So I'm seeing my video going out. Data looks good. Solid stream. Upload is good. Going to go ahead and post to like the
Squad stream, that's what it is.
Oh, there we go.
5 places.
And I verified I can hear at least 2 people through the Twitch, so it's no isolated voice channel.
Yeah, that was one of the problems that I had earlier. That one was 15 of 31. Alright. Post it to TBR Twitter. Switching to repost on my main.
Okay.
Repost.
Let's see if that works.
And then sharing it to like 3 or 4 discords that I think would actually be interested.
I am sharing it with everyone I know.
I need some emoticons that aren't dragons, but you know, I
Give-
put the dragon there.
Give it time. Okay.
Anyways.
Let's see, Soundworks saying there's a new update coming to Soundworks. I don't care about that. I don't even know what Soundworks is. Okay. Hello, everyone. Welcome to the bonus roll. We are back after our extended hiatus and campaign collapse syndrome happened. We're going to be starting a new campaign using the Sprawl system titled Neon Dreams. This is the session 0 for that. I am joined by returning and new members of the bonus cast. Everyone want to introduce themselves real quick?
I'm Zozova, y'all know me. I'm going to be playing Scound later today. What that means, we don't know because it's session 0 and she's not built yet. Hey everyone, I'm at Zozova on Twitter.
Hey folks, I'm Merle. You may remember me from such games as the Ravnica game and previous Sprawl game, and my brain is fried so I don't remember other games. But I played Rail. I am
Moxie.
here. Oh, I did play Moxie. I like Moxie. I played Lady Buttons, and I am looking forward to playing Sawtooth once we've built her. It's good to be back on the air. And you can
Greetings,
find
everyone.
Blue Sky.
Sorry.
Oh, sorry about that.
Greetings, all. My name is Frank the Bear. I've been on here as Edmund St. Augustine before. And I will now, in this campaign, be playing Jun Matsuda. And you can't find me, so don't try.
Hello everyone, I am Shopkeeper Pyro. I'm playing Stitch Tech. And previously I played a doctor in our smuggler campaign. I was trying to be comedy relief in that one. Didn't work well for me. You can find me at the Madness Army at Twitter.
Hello everybody. Hope y'all can hear me. I am Crystal, also known as Changeling_Gaming over on Twitch. I will be playing as a hacker who has not been built very much yet. I know kind of some of the personality that I want, and that's about it. This is my first time doing tabletop RPG with this group. Have some experience with tabletop RPGs IRL, but yeah, I think that's it.
Okay, so the Sprawl is a cyberpunk powered by the apocalypse system. So I'm going to give you a quick rundown of what powered by the apocalypse systems are. Even though most of y'all have some experience with them. They are what's referred to by me as a streamlined system. There's not a lot of heavy rules. You don't have a lot of different crunch or anything like that, and it's very narrative based. So the first question that I'm going to be asking is, how does this action relate to the story we're telling as a group? Unlike with other TTRPGs like Dungeons and Dragons and DCC and Pathfinder, you only need 2d6 for this. How this works is you will roll 2d6 and add a relevant stat, and that is what you roll. You are, in most cases, looking to roll in the mid-range to 10 higher. Rolling below a 6 is called a miss, invites me to take a move, which I will explain later, and has a couple other interesting effects. Then there is the mixed success between that is in the next number band, and generally you get what you want, but with a provision or two. And then at the top is the success, where hey, you get what you want and maybe even something extra. Now there are some specifics to the system, the Sprawl, that's not part of other Powered by the Apocalypse games. You're looking at if you're taking a look at your character sheet right now, I'm going to go over those in a few seconds. But let's jump right into this with a little world building. I've already detailed out one of the corporations, the one that I'm going to make, which is Genomura Biotech of Genomura Group. They are a biotechnology and cybernetics focused corporation. And so, as the first step of going into the Sprawl, we're going to go down the list, and everyone is going to detail out a corp. And at the very least, I need a name and one or two focuses that they are involved in. So, who wants to go first? I know Meryl and Pyro and Ziz, y'all had some ideas already down on paper.
I want to hear what Frank Crystal came up with.
I did have an idea that I was thinking about, but I hadn't really shared just because I didn't know how fleshed out I'd have it. I was thinking of like a weapons, like a weapon technology sort of company.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, and my thought was it's actually like an American-Japanese merger.
Okay.
And they were working, and their big thing is like military contracts, but you know sometimes stuff falls off the truck.
Okay, so let me see. Let me grab the data pad. So in this case, it would be military?
Right?
Yeah. Military.
Okay.
Kaiji Smith Innovations.
I like that. Make sure you type the name, put the name and like the focus
I'll
into the
chat.
corp section when we can. Okay. Where is my document on corps? Okay, Neon Dreams Corporations.
Sorry, I have a bit of a cough today, so I'm being muted, but I'm not actively talking.
Oh, good.
Perfectly fine.
By the way, I have found out how to stream together.
Okay.
Right.
That's a thing we could test out some point today, or
Next week, later in the next
During
week.
the week.
Yeah, we can do a test stream.
Yeah, the more streams, the better. Are we good for more corps?
Yes, please.
Crystal, you got one?
Okay.
If you had asked me 15 seconds ago, yes. Sorry. ADHD
All
and
good?
autism. So
Understood.
I mentioned the Chaos Gremlin. That's why, not by choice.
That's a good tagline. Chaos Gremlin, not by choice.
That is a great line. It really is. Uh, uh,
You
so,
want a sec?
Do
uh, I was thinking, Matrix and Telecommunications, Corp. Uh, they do, general security. I don't know. I've lost it. I'm sorry.
That's fine.
Let's circle back and
It'll come back. All right. So, you know Vibe Corp. You all know Vibe Corp. You've heard of Vibe Corp. You love them. You love Vibe Corp. They might have started out just they were doing some on-demand news programming, pornographic anchors and such like that. They expanded from there, took over a fair chunk of the multimedia sphere, and then used it to pivot nicely into reporting on and then taking over the basic resource production that a few of the other megacorps rely upon. They know what people are talking about because a lot of the time they're the ones who are putting the words in their mouths. They are led by three. It's thought three. No one's really entirely sure. Three particular personalities, and you will probably know if somebody's working for VodCorp because they're usually going to have that very distinctive Triple V logo somewhere on their person, either jewelry or clothing, or if you're looking for promotion, it never hurts to get tattooed right onto you. And if you don't like VibeCorp, or if you start saying things that you shouldn't, then you might just get a little visit from the Valkyries.
Oh dear.
But yeah, VibeCorp. Who needs the truth when you've got vibes?
The vibes are not good in here.
The vibes are always good at VibeCorp.
Says Ziz, what's your corpo?
path. Basically, it's got the vibe of a shopping channel, but done in a more muted way with the whole. It's got the feng shui background. It's got the low key statement, but little things that set the mood and kind of psychologically give people an impression. It's a little bit snake oil salesman. It's a little bit soapbox preacher kind of thing. Usually fairly charismatic people, and it's easy to make a profit when you're diluting everything down to one part in a million.
Okay.
And that's going to be a consumer goods, commodities, right?
Yeah. So
I,
they do have a very high digital just because of like the advertising, but
Yeah.
they are, as far as goods, only consumer goods.
So all corporations.
saw the name in text before. Oh. I saw the name in text before, and I thought I had misread it. I'm so glad that I didn't.
So all corps have
That was-
all corps have their fingers in like every pie, but their primary major interest is what they're known for.
And they stay out of anything that could actually be prescribed and go to great effort to make sure their stuff stays non-prescription with the group.
Does that just leave me?
You and Crystal.
Okay, so Crystal, you got yours yet or not?
I do, actually.
Go ahead.
and I'm gonna read verbatim what I wrote because I think it's well, partially stolen but partially genius. Uh, we got the security. So great doesn't need a name, just a great big the. If it's got a TS logo, it's almost guaranteed to be 100% secure. Uh, they do, as mentioned, security, cybernetic security and such. Uh, so, firewalls, they make sure computers don't get hacked into.
Antivirus software,
Yeah. Uh,
countermeasures, all that.
yeah.
Secure nets.
They're not as good at the physical security. But as we said, if it's got that logo, nobody but the best is getting in.
Okay.
Hey, were you intending to have like our you might want to actually not have our icons on Roll20 like crop the screen, Crystal, because none of us have game images yet, if
Okay.
possible. Or move them like to a side or something. Just a thought, because I just went to go check yours out, and I'm like, oh, well, just in case, because that's got all our chat and everything.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, let me go. Nope, that's meh. I don't have a good screen for. There, I can go here for now.
This is a shakedown after all, so there's probably going to be another 25 problems that crop up. No worries.
Yeah, something we got to figure out we got to figure out for next time midweek.
Yep, we got 2
Yeah,
weeks.
I need a screen for when I'm not on the Roll20 thing.
Okay.
I can make a cover if you want it.
That's not a bad idea.
All right, Pyro, what you got for your corp?
So I sort of went overboard, and I ended up making an umbrella company, basically a group of
Zombies.
4 companies put together, controlled by one gang. The acronym is called VETT, VETT. But for now, I'll just give the 2 big ones that I think will be important, since they don't interfere with anything. There's Enig Motors. Enig Motors, and each of these corporations do 2 things. They do one in the common citizen thing, and they also do a special operations. Enig Motors works with heavy industry automotive stuff, as well as orbital operations for transportation of goods into orbital spacecraft. They created the first railway for Neo Tokyo. They originally were making self-driving cars by Hano Enigmaga. That's what I wrote for his name. And eventually, recently, what they've made is a new railway gun for sending resources to the International Gambling Space Station. And what they're more famous for known is they build these railways between company buildings that people can take to get to another company building. They're known by the public, but the thing they don't like about them is due to the fact that Enig Motors charges you like a good amount of eddies just to use their transportation services, but they own only about 5 to 10% of public transportation. And the gang behind that controls most of these companies, except for the last T, is the Golden Snakes. They work in organized crime and waste disposal or transportation. They originally were a gambling gang. Their symbol is a snake intertwining a coin with its body and tail, so it looks like a medical catechus. And they've invested in various things like gotcha games, gambling parlors, brothels. When they basically they gathered enough money that they basically created the other companies that are in the acronym, and they bought out the section of a labor union that was in Neo Tokyo, and they're always aiding the companies. They're actually very polite with everyone. They're more well known to carry like heat blades, basically blades that can be heated up to hot degrees, and they carry subdurable armor on them. The guy in charge of everything, very polite. Everyone there is always polite with them. Up until they have to go to war with the enemy, they'll be polite with them. And due to the fact that they've also been, their leader's basically a man of the world, he's traveled the world, so he knows a lot of different things. They've started adopting customs from other gangs outside of Neo Tokyo to basically get messages across for people. But those are the two big ones I think will play a part in this one.
All right,
Sorry about
and
that.
so that is our cast of corporations then. So, trucking right along, everyone has already selected a playbook because I bullied y'all into selecting the playbooks like a week and a half ago.
Yes.
But let's go ahead and go down and introduce like what our playbooks have that we've selected and what attracted you to that playbook.
June is going to be a driver, and I like cars. I like going vroom vroom. So I wanted to be the driver. That's essentially it.
Hey, that's fine. It doesn't need to be a deep reason; just needs to be a reason.
Plus, I dig the whole aesthetic of the cool driver, like Transporter or Baby Driver, and get movies like that.
Oh, we have to have a Baby Driver movie party
Yes.
at some point.
I haven't seen that one
It's,
yet.
I think it's on Netflix.
It
The
is.
movie's okay. The soundtrack is great.
Yes. All right. Next playbook.
As you want to go?
Be infiltrator. And I like dealing with like small physical hacks to things and kind of like a mastermind, but without the basically responsibilities for the whole group and their roles. So infiltrator fits me in that.
Okay. Let's see.
Go ahead, Crystal.
Okay. I picked hacker. I like computers and such. I'm also, in general, a coward and such. So this one lets me back just a little bit more. Not afraid to take a risk, but hesitant to take a risk. So, and as mentioned, little bit of the gremlin thing. That was started. That.
Okay.
ahead, Carl.
Let's see. Where's my assets sheet? There's my assets sheet. Sorry, muttering to myself.
That's okay.
It's all good. We should have picked out an order to go through these in.
No, I
fine.
Mind if I go
refuse.
next?
That's why I'm. Yeah, you go ahead. That's why I'm saying I like going last for that reason.
Alright, so I'll be playing Sawtooth, and she's taking the Killer playbook. She's, well, sometimes some people just need a little bit of violence done to them. And she's a little bit, off kilter. She's from a gang called the Black Eyes. And if she calls you chum, it's not a term of endearment.
Oh dear. That just leaves me now, right?
But she's pleasant enough. Long as the money ain't Indian otherwise.
Okay, I think that just leaves me, right, Gyros?
Yeah, I'm having some false Hydra moments, but yes, I believe it is you who are the only one left.
I'm playing a tech character, basically where Crystal's being the hacker, I'm the guy in the real world built repairing and technically being the medic. I do have some stuff. What's up?
The Tony Stark.
No. I live in a van.
I
Quite
meant
literally.
skill-wise.
So the Spider-Man.
Sort of. Actually, no. Worse. My guy, because I did pick out sort of his backstory and everything. He basically lives in the van. The van has equipment that he repairs and heals people with, and when he's not on jobs or anything, he just builds. He either does implants illegally for people, or he sells illegal medication that he makes to people. But that's getting ahead of myself. He's basically the guy that lays as the description says, need to lay 22 clicks of hardline from the grid to your desert hide. Call the effing tech. That's basically it.
I do like that. All right. So, some of you have already given names to your characters. Some of y'all are still working on them. And that's fine. We also have a couple physical descriptions. Think on those, and when we actually get into the game, we'll probably do like a review of like everyone describing your character. And if we manage to get some images put together, then we will share those then too. So,
I can always build stuff.
everyone should have a copy of the playbook. Either y'all printed it out or y'all have the form fillable PDF I created, right?
Yes.
So it should have like a list of stats +2, +1, +1, +0, +0, -1. And it should tell you like recommended placements for a couple of those. So I'd like y'all to go ahead and assign stats if you have not already. And in fact, let me go ahead and pull Ipso up and show him to y'all and the viewers. Ipso.
I hardly know
boy.
him.
All right. So, let me just confirm that it's visible to. Okay. So Ipso is, and I'm going to give
I
him.
forgot we had that. Got that.
I'm going to give him the Pusher playbook. 0 experience because we're just starting. No image for him because he doesn't exist. And then you will see like on the next line down under the digital playbook. Eyes, face, body, what they wear, and skin. Y'all can fill those in with what y'all want. So the stats are linked to specific general moves. Cool is linked to act under pressure and apply first aid. Edge is linked to assess and play hardball. Meat is linked to mix it up and acquire agricultural property. Every time.
Is that code for something?
Yes.
Okay, understood.
Which one was it again?
Meat is linked to mix it up and acquire agricultural property.
That's just Grand Theft Auto with extra steps.
Buying the farm.
You don't want to acquire agricultural property. It's not a thing that you want to be doing.
Yeah.
Soylent Green is people.
Mind is linked to research. Style is linked to fast talk and hitting the streets. And synth is linked to use cyberware. So, act under pressure is something that you'll need to use in instances where there is a threat or something that is putting pressure on you. Like if you're running from one cover to another, that is a act under pressure roll. Same thing if your buddy's been gut shot and you need to stop the bleeding. Both of those would use cool. If you're looking for information, then you're assessing the area with edge. Play hardball is a little finicky, but in essence it is if you pull a gun on a person, you plan to use that gun on the person if they don't want to do what you tell them to, you're playing hardball.
Aggressive negotiations.
Aggressive negotiations, yes. Mix it up is what is used in actual combat to attempt like something. Now keep in mind you can't it's going to be one of those, it has to fit the narrative and make sense.
And
Uh,
if like you're lying with your threat, you have to use fast talk.
Yep, if you don't actually intend to shoot them, even if they don't do what you say, then that is fast talk in style. If your harm clock, which we'll go over clocks in a little bit, hits midnight, you're rolling to acquire agricultural property. Uh, acquire agricultural property is pretty much the only one of these that you want to roll low on. Research is if you're searching the matrix, if you're browsing a library or anything like that, you're using your mind to roll that. As was said earlier, if you're trying to convince someone and you're bluffing them, that's a fast talk. If you're going out hitting the street trying to find some sweet chrome or other temporary boosters, you would roll style for those. And then finally, if you have a piece of hardware or something that lets you roll synth instead of the normal, then you can substitute your synth for one of the others. For example, I think synthetic muscles lets you use synth instead of meat for mix it up.
Yep.
All right, so moving forward, by default, all of y'all should have 5 cred. I think one of y'all is choosing to start a little lower. That's questionable,
that'd
but
be
fine
me.
by me.
Uh,
So what happens when you get a job is you stake some of your personal cred on the job, because your cred is not just not just the money you have, but it is also the your reputation.
Makes sense.
So, if the job goes bad, you lose that cred. If the job goes good and it's a decent paying job, you'll get back double it. If it's really well paying, you'll get back triple. And you can stake up to 3 cred. However, the more cred you stake on a mission, the higher the stakes are. Let's see here now. So, there are 2 factors within this game called intel and gear. These are the means by which we present characters who are capable of planning for situations that we may, as people, may not be able to plan for. In essence, if you have intel or gear, you can spend those and then describe what intelligence you have and how you got it, or what gear you have and where you picked it up. For example, if Ipso was about to lead a riot and they don't have a megaphone, but they do have gear, they can spend a piece of gear, and describe how, like, as they were heading out, they smashed open an electronics store window and grabbed a megaphone out of it. Make sense?
That makes sense.
Yep.
Did he use cred to pay for it or intel?
If it is something that you're keeping permanently, you will have to pay for it with cred. If it's something that's just being used in the situation, no need.
Okay.
However, if it is used in the situation, it is limited use. For example, you could spend a piece of gear to say, like, oh, I've stopped at the ammo world and picked up a box of incendiaries.
Because we're going to need to go through a cotton factory, yeah.
All right. So harm is rated at 12 o'clock, noon, or basically 0 damage. Then you go up to 1500, 1800, 2100, 22, 2300, or like 3 o'clock, 5 o'clock, mathing, 9 o'clock, 10, 11 o'clock, and then midnight. If you hit midnight, you are rolling to acquire agricultural property. Characters can die in here. There is no plot armor, and you are utterly replaceable. If you die, a new hacker will take your place and will probably laugh at how bad your gear was.
Yeah, you'll have to buy new ones.
Fair enough.
Whenever you take damage, it is referred to as harm. And even if it is stun or 0 harm, you'll have to make a harm roll, which will have various results.
All right.
So try and avoid getting hurt if you can. There are ways to mitigate that with armor, but we'll cover that later. Now, on your sheets, you should have like moves, cyberware, and other bits of information like that.
Yeah, the 3 moves we get,
Yep.
or 2 or 1, depending on our playbook.
Yep. And I'd like y'all to just go ahead and like take a look at what your moves are, and go ahead and give us like a which ones you selected.
I'm already set, so I'll go first.
Okay.
So for my moves, I get wheels, which just means I get a vehicle.
Mhm.
I can talk about that later. And then I get a neural interface. For not for free, but as part of my class. So when jacked in through your neural interface to a cyberlinked vehicle, I can do these things. When I act under pressure, I roll cool plus my car's power. If I mix it up, I roll synth instead of meat plus my car's power. If I play hardball, I roll edge plus my car's looks. If I help or interfere, I roll links plus my car's power. And if someone interferes with me, I add my car's weakness to their roll.
Excellent.
And then for my bonus move, I picked hot shit driver. When I'm driving a cyberlinked vehicle in a high pressure situation, I roll edge. On a 10 plus, I hold 3. On a 7 through 9, I hold 1. And then I can do things like avoid danger, escape a vehicle, and do cool baby driver stuff.
I like the references to that movie.
That's gonna be it.
Yeah. All right. Who wants to be next on the list?
Hacker, you want to go up next or no? Crystal?
Sorry, I was reading my options and such.
That's fine. We can come back to you.
Yeah.
Ziz, you want to go?
Sure. So definitely it comes with covert entry and stuff already. So we're doing the moves now
Yeah.
in cyberware, right?
Yep.
Okay. So okay, we're doing stats too, so let me go ahead and do that.
Yeah.
Cool is actually my main stat. With edge and style being secondary, I noticed we don't have much of a talker. And so I'm kind of going for a when Sophie has to play Parker in leverage setup, which is one of those generalist at everything kind of things a little bit, but I'm going for a little bit of like backup charisma to go with the thief stuff. So doing 1 for edge and style, I'm going to do 0 on mind and meat and -1 on synth. I don't think that's going to be a huge stat for me in this setup, especially because, you know, personally, I kind of like the idea of doing either social hacks or physical hacks, you know, like the aluminum foil to reflect lasers kind of thing. So I'm looking at synthetic nerves. That is synth nerves, but it doesn't actually use the roll synth. So that should still work for me, and it works with mix it up and act under pressure the 2 times when you're kind of in a crunch. So I think synthetic nerves is going to be the best one for me on that. And then I'm glad we're not doing directives yet because I don't really know those yet. So I get covert entry. That's the main bread and butter of infiltrator. And while I love cat burglar, I'm going to go with face. And I think I will go ahead and take mother duck, and we'll see how it goes as mine. That should work with face. And my thing is, instead of going like I am undercover as working at the bank for a bank robbery kind of thing. I'm thinking more like the magician episode where they bring in their whole team for the con, but they're doing it in a way that looks legitimate. So
Ocean's 11.
very Ocean's 11, very. I'm using leverage for examples because we've been watching it recently, but yes, very Ocean's 11 kind of character. So covert entry, face, and mother duck, I think for now. And I don't have to have good scent or good mind for research if I can bring someone else with me.
No worries. I'm honestly going down the list of playbooks, so I'm just looking. Merle, you want to go next?
Yeah, I'm also still working mine out a bit. Partly because for some reason, my basic moves PDF is sideways and I can't rotate it.
Oh, sorry about
Wow.
that.
That's not good.
Yeah.
Hold on. I thought I sent the right one.
Oh, we're
I may have
Mine's
not
fine.
I may have downloaded the wrong version. let's
You
put it
may have
that way.
downloaded an
Playbook.
old version. I'll throw the new one into the data pad.
Oh, I was wondering if it was just the playbooks or. 'Cause I know we have the basic
It's-
moves pack.
It's there and it is turned the right way, so just pen it maybe.
Okay.
Hang on. Yeah. Sorry. I'm hopping between Windows, and Adobe is, as always,
Illegal.
pain in my tuchus.
Adobe is literally a corpo.
I mean, yes, it really is. Anyway, so I'm going to be in the killer playbook, which means I want to be big and nasty and dangerous. So I was thinking,
Sexy.
yes, thinking is sexy. I
Oh,
was
okay.
thinking I was going to go for +0 cool because I don't. Well, hang on. So the split between cool and assess. No, split between cool and edge is always weird to me. Because acting under pressure is cool, but like street smarts and such is edge.
Mm-hmm.
So I wasn't sure whether I should take edge +1 or cool +1. Meat is going to be +2 because she is a beefy lady.
Yes.
Mind is going to be -1 because she doesn't exactly have much in the way of street smarts. Style is 0 because she's not so much of a talker. And synth is going to be +1.
And I think one of the things between edge and cool is how much do you intend to ask those questions and prep ahead of time? That's edge. And how much is it's already in action and there's pressure and you're just going to keep moving and that's cool.
You know, you're right. I think that cool should be +1 and edge will be +0. So
Sounds good.
edge is +0, meat is +2, mind is -1, style is 0, and synth is +1.
That makes
All right. See, hang on. We were doing moves, so directive doesn't matter yet.
I was gonna ask, what'd you pick for
That's fine.
cyberware?
So that's something I wanted to ask Gearnus about because I'm trying to figure out how to shuffle stuff around to make the sheet. Well, just to make the sheet.
Mm-hmm.
I would like Sawtooth to have dermal plating,
Mm-hmm.
but I would also, if possible, like to have that the implanted teeth weapon. And I do not remember how we did that in the last game. So I don't
Oh.
remember if that used up a cyberware slot or if that was a.
It
weapon
is a
thing or
cyber. It is
multiple.
implanted
Implant
weapon.
weaponry.
Internal assassination implant.
Okay, so that's her other cyberware.
Ziz, can you check the stream fidelity for me real quick?
Looks okay to me. Let me turn on sound.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, it's good. And one thing is, of course, we don't have our guide to like equipment we can buy kind of thing, but that's more of an after an adventure or two, so we'll probably want to add that later.
Yeah. I only did like the basic stuff because this is like y'all are hitting like fresh off of the streets. or not fresh off of the streets, but like starting fresh characters. Y'all haven't had a chance to establish your cred or anything like that too deeply.
Right.
But there is a advancement or an option, I do believe, in the Killer Playbook to take an additional cyberware.
They can they can choose 2 cyberware though, can't they?
That's one of my options, but I chose to be
Yes.
Cool Driver instead.
Yeah.
Yeah, there is also a move that one of the chosen moves is just take another cyberware.
So
No. What I mean is, like, I'm looking at it right now. When it goes to cyberware, right on there it says choose 2.
No,
Yeah,
she's
you
getting dermal plating and implant weaponry.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, all right. Just brain.
nah, if you wanted to like get
It's all
more,
good.
is what I was saying. But what moves did you go with?
Dermal plating and implant weaponry?
No,
That's
moves,
cyberware
moves.
moves.
Oh, what moves? Wait. Sorry. Cyberware or moves?
Moves.
You did cyberware, now it's moves.
Okay. So for moves, she gets a custom weapon,
Hmm.
which she's going to get a shotgun.
Hell yes.
This is going to be the return of a loudmouth.
Nice.
Mad Max
Uh,
Fury Road.
And what I was going through when we moved over to me was I was trying. So she gets to choose 2 options,
Hmm.
and I was trying to choose between automatic, ridiculous payload, and what else was I looking at? And I guess possibly bigger, dangerous. But I wasn't able to find definitions in the other, like I wasn't able to find a definition for high powered or weighted, so I'm assuming that's just
They're,
+1 damage.
They're in the cyberware and gear tags in the Discord, which can maybe also be pinned. Let me see if I can find it real quick.
It should be directly under the one that I did pin.
Say
Yeah.
dangerous is on a miss, the user suffers harm.
Yeah.
Oh, dangerous as I was able to find.
Cyberware.
Yeah. Also, let me see these 2.
Auto
local-
fire is the other one. See, it says auto fire instead. A user can temporarily give the weapon plus area and plus reload. If the weapon is belt fed, the user can opt to temporarily give the weapon plus area only.
Yes. Sorry, that one I was aware of. The tags that I could not find a definition for were high powered and weighted. Well, I guess
Oh.
that's not a tag. That's just a description. So that's
Yeah,
probably
those
why
are
I couldn't find- I
just
shouldn't be looking for
those
those.
are quality tags. They don't have an effect.
Okay, that's just plus damage. All right. So yeah, I think I am going to go with automatic and ridiculous payload because it is a big shotgun that can just unload very quickly. I am probably, if Sawtooth survives long enough, going to want to pick up a neural interface because that would help prevent her accidentally shooting allies
Okay.
when she does auto fire it.
Some of those moves are actually really interesting to read.
Yes.
Yeah, the killer
Unfortunately, I only
move
get to
set.
pick
Yeah, you only get one of the
One
moves
move.
of the moves as a killer, but all of them are good for stuff outside of combat to give you some utility beyond just being a combat monster.
which is good.
Could always take the 4th one.
Always take the 4th one.
More machine than meat.
It'll
I
get you
think
another
that
piece
if
of
she-
cyberware.
Yeah, I know, but if she picks up more cyberware, she's probably going to want to do it during gameplay as an advance.
Oh, that's fair.
The only the advantage to doing that now is if you decided to choose synth instead of meat to mix it up, you might affect how you chose your stats, and you could balance for that now. And you can't balance for that later.
I mean, Emotionless lets you roll synth for play hardball too.
Right.
If you do mil specs, you count as a small gang when you mix it up.
Which that one I remember I asked about that when in the first Sprawl game, but I
Yeah.
don't remember what it meant.
Basically, you can fight multiple enemies on your own.
So the tank.
I do like that. Oh, I do really like that. Oh, that's
just-
changing what I was going to say.
I'm just trying to imagine Sawtooth
So-
picking someone up and beating them with another person.
Okay, so a small gang is roughly the equivalent of 5 to 10 people.
which we are not.
Yeah.
So it is the
Yeah.
crack your neck and walk into the room full. This is the Captain America in the elevator.
I can do this all day.
Yeah. All right. I was going to go for hard, which is when you make the harm move, subtract your meat from the roll. But y'all are selling me on mil specs.
So hard. Hard would let you tank stuff easier because harm, the lower you roll, the less likely you are to get knocked out
Right. And
or
it
have your hand shot off.
synergizes well with dermal plating.
Hmm.
Because with dermal plating and hard would effectively give her a -4 to every meat roll, to every harm roll.
Yeah, it makes you hard to kill.
Which I do.
They're
just
all
from,
good.
Yeah, but I think mil specs is the way to go.
Okay.
I think she's going to start off with mil specs.
That's why I posted that GIF and I pinged you guys. That's
Oh, I've
Sawtooth
been
in a
pinged.
nutshell with a Sawtooth in a nutshell when mil specs hits off.
All right, I'm good with that. Yeah, so she's starting off with mil specs.
Gotcha.
Let's see. Yeah, and then that goes on from there to gear and the specific description of cyberware,
Yeah.
which I don't know if you want to do that or
yeah,
or-
we don't
or
need to
cycle
go
back
into
around to it.
Yeah, we don't need to get into like the how you got your cyberware and stuff like that
Not yet.
for this. But I will be getting that information, and I'm going to ask y'all to like at some point entering your information into the Roll20 character sheets I set up for y'all, so that I don't have to pester y'all for copies of your sheets.
I think I sent you mine as well, just in case.
Yeah.
And I've been starting to fill it out.
I think I am all filled out.
Same
Okay.
here.
So who is
Oh.
next on the moves and stuff like that?
I
Chris,
can go.
you got yours? Yeah, let's go. Let's go.
Yeah. So, she mostly goes by her hacker name, Mad Hatter's Tea Kettle, or MHTK. As far as moves, her chosen one is going to be Rep. So I appear in the Matrix with a recognizable avatar. Roll Synth instead of Style for Fast Talk, and instead of Edge for Play Hardball. So that just lets me use my best stat for things that, may not be as good at.
Makes sense.
So,
What are the other two you got?
the other two are that I get just by default is jacked in. When you're jacked in the Matrix, you have access to Matrix moves in Chapter 8, the Matrix. And Console Cowboy, when you connect to a secure system, roll Mind. Plus 10, I gain 3 hold. 7 through 9, I gain 1 hold. While in the system, you may spend 1 hold on any of the following. Prevent a construction from triggering an alert. Avoid an ICE routine executed against you, your deck, or your programs. Or increase your hold over compromised security or manipulating systems by 1.
Nice.
Yeah. Classic hacker stuff.
I'm not sure if you want to say any more or not.
I mean, that's what I was
Sure.
looking for in this section.
Yeah.
All right. Let's see. Do believe that's
That
everyone, right? Nope.
That
Stitch.
was
Right.
me. So I'm playing. I'm not going to give his full name, but I'll give you his last name and nickname. Giovanni, nickname Stitch. I'm the guy who gave up most of his creds for 2, and due to backstory purposes, I also wanted to ask Kiernos if I could use getting rid of those creds to get a 3rd piece of cyberware.
1 second. Let me pull up the moves. I need you to
Okay,
make 2 rolls for me.
Isn't Cyberware 4, or is that I'm working on really old memory?
2 rolls, you say?
Yep. Hold on. What was your question, Sis?
Isn't Cyberware 4 cred? I'm working on really old memory here. It doesn't matter
It
too much, I guess.
depends on the quality. Alright, I need you to make me a hit the streets roll. Style.
All right, let's do this.
Oh, I don't have any of my dice, do I?
There's digital dice.
I have my-
In the Roll20, you should be able to roll.
What do I do with input value?
What's your style?
0.
Then just roll 2d6.
Got a 9.
Alright. Choose from the following list. Your quest is going to cost you extra. Your quest is going to take some time to put together. Your quest is going to attract unwanted attention, complications, or consequences. Or your contact needs you to help them out with something. If you turn them down, take -1 ongoing to this move until you make it right.
What was that first one again?
It's going to cost you extra.
Good to know where that is.
Start
That
with
one.
no
That one.
credits.
Alright, you need to choose 2 of them.
I'll take that first one. What was the third one again?
Your quest is going to attract unwanted attention and complication or consequences.
That one.
Alright, and then roll me 2d20 and add 1 to it.
See.
18.
There it is.
18?
Yes. I got it in the chat.
Oh, I
too.
said 2d20. Sorry, 2d6. Wow, I am so ingrained into d20 systems.
You are fine.
We're breaking the addiction.
I heard 2d20, so I was like, okay. You said +1, you say?
Mm-hmm.
$2d10 +1, right?
2d6.
2d6, alright.
Yeah, everything here I think should be 2d6.
Mm-hmm.
7.
7? Okay. Go ahead and record the tag as substandard.
Oh, okay, that works.
And go ahead and detail out your moves and stuff then.
Alright, let me just... I originally had it as hardware decay, but that actually works as well. Oh, fuck me. Damn it. Apologies for the swearing. My highlighter is being a pain. Piece of crap. Okay, so I'm running tech for my stats. I have 0 on edge, 0 on style, -1 on meat, +1 to mind, +2 to cool, and +1 to synth.
We all have a +2 to cool.
That's just because of the fact that it recommended it to me, and because it's acting under pressure.
It's not a bad thing to have points in.
No, I think it's funny that both me, Ziz, and Pyro all have +2 to cool.
I'm the tech guy for that reason. For cyberware, I'm running with cyber eyes. They're considered substandard, so they don't work all that often. I get to pick 3 of the tags of them. I took light amplification, magnification, and flare compensation. I took cyber comms, encrypted jamming. Let's see. I took jamming and recording for that one, and I also have a cyber arm with implant tools. My moves were expert. Choose one area of expertise from the list on the back. That one was, the first one I took was Splicer, which gave me an extra modification. I didn't need to pay any cost for that one. Storage. After receiving a job, you may look through your accumulated parts and supplies for equipment that might help with the current mission. Roll mine. 10+, I gain 3 gear relevant to your chosen areas of expertise. 7 to 9, I gain 1 gear relevant to chosen areas of expertise. And then I have Customizer. You can identify and examine new or complicated technology related to your area of expertise and modify technology with which you are familiar. When you try to modify a piece of tech, tell the MC what you want to do and discuss what tags or game effect that modification will have. The MC will tell you the requirements in terms of time, tools, parts, help from contacts, and more research. And I had a lot of options for my last thing, but I took diverse interest, which gave me another area of expertise, and I took medic for that.
Okay.
Which my area of expertise for cybernetics, I got to begin with 1 piece. I didn't need to describe how I paid for it. Medic, I get to be an expert in medicine and pharmaceuticals, but when I apply first aid, I can heal 1 additional harm segment even on a miss.
Nice.
Oh yeah. And I picked the gear out and everything, but I'm gonna wait till we get to that.
Okay. That's actually what we're moving on to now. So each playbook has a set of gear options. You can choose from them as instructed in there. If there are particular items of gear you want or something your character should have, go ahead and make sure you bring it up as we go through. I am going to assume
Oh dear.
that everyone has access to at least 1 smartphone portable communication device for online research and just general functionality. You can have whatever clothes of whatever style is appropriate, and generally enough currency to buy stuff like food and public transportation as required. Y'all are professionals and have the ability to do your job appropriately, so I assume that y'all can have the resources necessary to maintain your weapons and general, like, if it makes sense your character would have access to it, you have it. Yeah, as long as it does not have a discrete mechanical effect.
I live in my van. Wait, you guys are getting paid for this?
Just to be clear, this is like if it doesn't have a discrete effect, except for the stuff that like the game gives you. Because like for my like gear, I have synth leathers.
Yeah.
And that's okay.
So what I am looking at is if it narratively makes sense and it does not but does not by default give your character like a mechanical effect or a bonus, then I'm pretty okay with you having it. Now, some items will, instead of having a mechanical effect, will provide like a narrative positioning. For example, if you equivocally state that your character doesn't carry a cell phone, and then like a mass text goes out, your character is not going to suddenly have a cell phone so they can receive that mass text.
Right.
Makes
That
sense.
would be so funny if that happened, though.
So
Just pulls out like a phone from the 80s. That's a brick.
I mean, that's what the gear tag is for. So you have your you're basically, I am a functioning, capable human. Stuff that I have no problem with you just saying you have. Beyond that, the specialized gear and weapons and stuff like that, go through and make your selections, and let's go ahead and detail those out so I know what everyone has.
Okay.
I don't mean to sound like
So-
you go.
So we're
yeah.
going through a gear.
Yeah.
All right. So I didn't mention this earlier,
Mhm.
but I get like special cyberware.
Mm-hmm.
I get a neural interface with a remote control module that allows me to control my vehicle.
Yeah, your wireless connector.
I gave it encrypted and multitasking.
Okay, that's good to know.
Yep. And then I have 2 questions. Why do I have it? I have it because of my career.
Okay.
I am a professional transporter. And then cost. My cost is someone else paid for it. Now you owe them. I am owned.
And I will, like, that is partially why I want y'all to make sure you fill out your character sheets so I can go through and see, like, who has what tags and start putting those together with corporations to make interesting interweavings.
I'll actually text you.
Okay.
What is the name of that freaking? Hold on, I got.
And then for my gear, I have a heavy pistol. It is 3 harm, close, near, and loud. And then I have synth leathers, 0 armor, but it's discreet, and I subtract 1 when rolling my harm.
Okay. That's a good one.
Yep. And then for my vehicle, my vehicle's name is Tanuki. It is a car. It's designed for passenger transport. I think it's the most useful, right?
It definitely
Asking
helps.
the group. Asking the group.
It's the bus.
What do I have? I was thinking either passenger transport or cargo, but I think my whole deal is I'm gonna get people in and out of the job.
Makes sense.
I'm kind of
Especially if we're working together with like Mother Duck infiltration, then we all need to get to the same place.
Thank God it's not amphibious.
So that kind of pairs well, I think, with mine.
I'm kind of visualizing like a micro Humvee.
Well, that's the thing. So I get 2 strengths, a look, and a weakness.
Mhm.
My strengths are that it is fast and easily repaired. Look is that it's not a script. So it's gonna look like just like your average car. And then the weakness is that it's cramped. Sorry, Sawtooth.
It's all good.
Shit, birds of a
And
feather
then
flock
since my
together.
vehicle has 2 power, I start with a weapon system. And
Nice.
my idea is that it has machine guns that come up from the trunk.
Oh, back mounted? Okay.
Yeah. So
Oh,
because
God.
it is not a assault vehicle.
Oh.
It is a defense vehicle.
Oh, what's the name of that guy from that AI cab driver from the Cyberpunk
Why?
2077 game?
I don't remember.
Benny?
But
I'm gonna say Benny.
I'm just imagining that for the car now.
He's shut down on me, and I don't know why.
oh no.
That's no good.
Yeah.
Down on you?
Huh.
What happened?
That's turning back on all right.
My
I
brain sort of.
don't know what happened. It just
Crystal blue screened. That's what happened.
That's
If
no
you-
fun.
if you
blessed.
missed it.
Yeah.
All right. That's all of my stuff, I believe.
Hope it saved my changes onto there.
If it was on
if
roll
it's-
20, it saves automatically.
It's alright to just interject for a sec. If any of you are using like a PDF or anything,
Mm-hmm.
I'm using Microsoft Edge for highlighting my selections, and I can also just use the fillable form to type it in, and I just save it.
Okay.
Yeah. Firefox will open PDFs on their browser as well.
Yep, yep, yep.
That's what I was doing it on, so hopefully it saved it there.
Let's do. I'm gonna say. Oh wait, I got the things open. I can go down the line. Past
So-
hacker.
Give me for now. Booting back up.
Okay.
Infiltrator then.
5-10 minutes, cause
Scound, you're up.
So going through gear, and did y'all go through the whole starting list with cyberware too, right? Everyone did.
More or less. I think 1 or 2 people
Okay.
skipped it, but I mean, I'm not grabbing people and holding their nose to the grindstone or stuff.
We've been held
So-
hostage here for 5 days now.
I may want assistance with that because, well, I haven't done this before. I don't have the book in front of me. I don't know the cyberware and stuff.
Okay, well remember
Yeah.
when you get everything back up that the cyberware gear and tags is the one right under the pinned one for basic moves. That gives you what the tags mean. And the second
Also-
page of your character sheet has the gear that you can pick from and your
Yeah.
starting list.
Yeah,
So
The gear I actually saw and was good with. It's just,
What it does.
yeah.
No worries.
As-
and it is a high narrative system, so it's not going to detail a lot of that. A lot of it is just
Interpretation.
knowledge and world idea. Yeah. So I'm definitely going with hand taser.
Oh no.
That is
Uh,
nasty and fun.
I am going with shuriken or throwing knives. We're going to go with throwing knives, probably, because those can be more disguised as things like letter openers and things that people that would go in an
Files.
executive area might bring.
Why do you have
And
20 letter openers? You just
Wait,
made
what?
up a- Oh,
I'm
sorry.
I'm
Oh,
very popular.
oh, those are a
And
lot of.
I'm get a third one, so I'm gonna go with monofilament whip.
Ooh.
Wait. What's that called?
Stylish.
Oh, it's a whip. Oh dear. Please don't wear leather too. That's a horrible thought. Oh god, there's a stealth suit.
And that one won't work for me. I'm going with disguise kit for my stuff because that makes sense with my getting the group through. It gives me a +1 to avoid being detected while doing my fake persona. So if there's less obstacles in the way, I'm having to use less of my holds for covert entry so I can get the group in further. So going to definitely go with disguise kit. It goes good with the whole maintaining the face aspect instead of infiltrating through the vents aspect. Um, I'm still kind of working on looks a little. I want her to look um, less classy always than the role she's fitting because that will make her more invisible in a way. Or people will attribute it to,
Average Joe.
yeah, that's kind of it. Or they might excuse a few lapses in knowledge as bad social graces.
Jane Doe, basically.
Yeah, so but face nondescript makes sense. Probably like dark eyes on looks, and I think she would be fairly athletic. And then wear is probably mostly corporate wear because of us having to go in and do things, unless she's like off job, in which case it's like crop tops and stuff, or if she actually has to infiltrate for a position, it's probably more like jumpsuits and things, you know, the maintenance type wear.
What's the personality type? Oh, it's sneering imperialist. I'm sorry
Wow.
nobody got that joke. So,
Sorry.
I snorted.
can I? Oh, thank God. Oh, great.
So,
Sorry.
cyberware,
You said you're going with synthetic nerves, right?
yeah, so I'm going with necessity, and someone else pays for it. So she has a boss. They don't exactly understand that they're a boss or know why. She got the augmentation through Doctors Without Borders Japan, and she owes them for it. They think they did the synthetic nerves because she has a rare genetic nerve disorder. She did it so she can escape through the vents.
Oh
Needless to
dear.
say, they think that, they think that they helped her with the terminal thing. They don't know she's not part of the medical community because she never burned that ID, basically. So, part of why she doesn't really like the other one is that she's been on jobs with the one with the doctors that help people, and so she has a bit of a grudge with HomePath. So that's cost on cyberware for her. And that's also, and I know we're not there yet, I'm writing them in for network.
Okay.
So it's kind of like an unofficial, it's not really a boss thing, and they think she owes them for a different reason, but she tries to help them out when she can.
You cheated us at poker. I don't even know your name.
Scound.
You're like short for scoundrel, scound.
Oh, I was just making the joke. You cheated us at poker. Who the hell are you? I don't even know who you are.
Okay, let's see.
Anyway, sorry for my interruption.
You're fine.
I think that's all for mine, though.
All right. Who wants to do their gear next?
I
Killer.
can go next. All right, so Sawtooth is starting out with, well, aside from Loudmouth and her saw teeth, she's going to start out with a machete.
Machete, yeah.
Machete don't
That's
deck.
not a knife. This is a knife.
Nah.
I see you played Knifey Spoony before.
Yeah. Look, she might be a mess, but the machete is very well cared for. And she's also going to start with a heavy revolver, which, look, I know it's nerdy as hell, but I picked out the revolver she's using. I don't know if any of y'all have seen Ghost in the Shell Standalone Complex.
Yes.
Oh,
I have
oh
not.
yeah. Oh, okay.
The
Look,
Mataba.
you gotta go with the Mateba
Mateba.
auto revolver. You gotta. You just
I can
gotta.
get a picture of that actually. Yeah, let me grab a
That's
picture
beautiful
for you.
revolver.
Yeah, it's
Also,
just it's
it seems kind of maybe it's just me. It seems kind of impractical in a cyberpunk universe. So you know,
You said MTR-8, right?
look, revolvers.
MATABA, I think.
No. When I say a Mateba, you mean the MTR-8 version, right?
I was looking at the Model 6 Unica. I don't know guns.
I was looking at that.
I literally went to the Wikipedia page for Mateba auto revolver.
that looks like a Luger revolver.
Yeah, so it's basically it's a
Second one.
bottom. It loads or it fires from the bottom of the cylinder, which is as far
Looks
as
like
I'm
a
aware,
gun.
relatively unique
That
among
is-
revolvers. It's a semi-auto revolver. So yeah,
Keep in mind the other version of this that I saw at Rock. This is the Rock Island auction version I found. This is what it looks like.
oh my
Has
god, okay. So if
That's
your
also a
revolver
Mateba.
needs a foregrip,
What the
a
fuck?
revolver should not need a foregrip. What the heck?
Ah, yes, the chaos I am spreading right now.
All right, let's please move on.
Okay.
All right. So she's starting with the machete. She's starting with the revolver. She is getting body armor, which I wasn't sure. Like, so I'm presuming armor jacket and body armor. One of them is a lot more obvious as armor than the other.
Yes.
So she's starting with the body armor. She
Riot
doesn't do
gear on.
subtle very well.
But I don't know. An armored jacket sounds really cool.
It does, but she's
I got
going for the
that.
body armor.
I'm just imagining Sawtooth with like riot gear from like she just stole it from the Japanese police force.
She didn't steal it.
She's
From
still
the
running
jet.
the JDRF.
So you say not from the Japanese police force. She hasn't been there that long.
Oh yeah, it's only been what 5 years.
Exactly. She hasn't been there that long, but she's already stolen some armor.
I mean, it's been
She's a
5 years.
professional.
She brought it with her.
Stole it from the Los Angeles Police Department.
That's much more likely.
That's a JDRF.
Chris, are you back up or no?
JDRF doesn't have actual body armor. JDRF has,
Well, the
helmets.
JDRF is like a nonprofit for diabetes awareness.
Oh, I was
The
thinking-
JSDF is Japanese Self-Defense Force. That's
Sorry.
what
I
I'm-
was
Japanese
wondering how
Defense
long it was
Force.
going to take.
No, you said JDF, right? I thought it was just Japanese Defense Force. I'm like, okay, it's been a couple years. We're in the future. They have to have a police force by this point.
JSDF, right. I was trying
The
to make fun
JSDF
of the,
have
of the
mechs.
JSDF a la how everyone talks about, like, Canada has a navy. It's got a whole 3 boats in it.
Canada
It's
will
crazy in a war.
Actually, it was supposed
Can-
to have a name.
Canada will war
Switzerland-
crime you. Don't
Shit.
mess with Canada.
Switzerland has a navy of one boat that goes around Lake Geneva.
The
Right.
French.
Okay, so
Either way, I was trying to make fun, not particularly seriously.
digressions aside, who
moving
we got
on.
up next?
All right, well,
Chris, are you good or no?
Next, so gear. I'm gonna go with the performance deck. So I get Hardening 1, Firewall 1, Processor 2, Stealth 2, and 3 programs from the list below. Number 1 is Safety Cutout. Yeah, I think that's how you pronounce it. Cuts power to all deck systems on a successful Black Ice attack. Take no harm from the attack. Connection is severed. Deck is disabled until repaired.
Hello.
Yeah. Do manipulate. When you successfully manipulate systems, hold +1. And we will go Identity Protection, +2 Stealth.
Nice.
Then I will go with the I have no idea how to pronounce that.
Fletchet pistol.
Fletchet Pistol, thank you. So that's a 3 harm. It's a close/near quick Fletchet.
I think it's flechette.
Flechette,
I
yes.
could be wrong. It's
My
one of
bad.
those words that came from French. It
I
makes
say
no
Fletchet
sense.
just because it makes sense to me.
Flechette. As a
Fletchet. I will die on this hill.
Or sorry, flechet. It is given the French pronunciation. Again, still is stupid. Language is dumb. English is dumb.
English isn't a language; it's a language mugger. Continuing on.
It is.
Uh,
Oh, that's actually not bad.
I would go with the armored coat, 1 to armor, and then, or actually no, never mind on that. You got the car. Yeah, I'll go with the armored coat and then the Microtronics workstation. You may perform field repairs on electronics and cyberware.
Why does it
Was-
give you the option for a fridge?
It
I-
never hurts to have a fridge.
Why?
It's tempting. The motorcycle was also very tempting. But
Okay.
and that's it on gear, and I need to re-input the stuff, but is there a way to get the character on D20? And I may need a physical person for assistance on that.
I think it's already been put on there.
yeah.
Just open up the Roll20.
Yeah, if you go to Roll20 and then you click the second or
Book.
third icon, the one that looks like a book, you'll see a character named Me Crystal. And if you write,
Also see Ipso.
yeah, Ipso's me. I shared Ipso with everyone so y'all can see Ipso. But you should be able to edit that character sheet in Roll20.
Yeah.
Okay, let's see now.
Probably the last guy left. You want me to go gear now?
Yep, please.
Alright, get ready. Listen to what I have as a dumbassery. I have a toolkit and gear appropriate to my areas of expertise. I took a holdout pistol for 2 harm, hand/close, discreet, quickly reload, and louder my tags. Basically, it's in the shape design of a Colt detective special.
Mhm.
And I chose 4 gas grenades. Mainly because I couldn't think of any use of having a fragmentation grenade. My other 2 gear, I took an armored jacket,
There we go.
and then I took a van. And I could only choose 1 strength and weakness, so I took workhorse, and I took cramped, and Stitch lives in that van. He eats his ramen in that van. He works on
Ramen.
repairs.
Ooh, big spender.
He's living in a van.
No, yeah, well, yeah.
Down
He
by
works
the
on Sawtooth's implants in a van.
There we go. And this is much.
That's
much better.
very in character for previous Sawtooth too.
That is
Yeah, but
very-
ramen, wow, big spender. I mean, I figured it'd be like.
No. This is that El Cheapo kind of ramen. That
Oh,
you
no,
buy at
I figured it
Albertsons.
was a protein and nutrient slurry in a tube.
I thought of the thing that went through my head was, what's the cheapest thing I buy today and nowadays? And that's that really crappy ramen that doesn't even taste like shrimp. It tastes like something you
Love
don't want
that
to think
ramen.
about.
I have no idea what shrimp tastes like.
Can you not eat it?
Fishy.
I can't
Please.
eat it.
That's a shame.
Allergic?
Yes.
Oh, I'm very
It's
sorry.
not great.
Meryl, you were at my wedding. I've known you since I was like 20 something.
Yes.
Anyone mind if we take a 5-minute coffee break?
That sounds
I really
good.
could use a coffee.
Oh, can we put the
Uh,
loading screen up?
I have not gotten that set up because I had to use an entire. So Twitch is stopping support for Twitch Studios, and so last night I had to install and set up Stream Elements, and I have not gotten anything but like the. It's literally just capturing off of the Roll20 screen.
Can we
I
put
would
up?
recommend OBS, but that's personal opinion.
I use
A
that
lot
one
of people use
streaming
OBS.
as well.
It's all right then. Can we put up like one image just for a be right back image then on Roll20? Like overlay it.
It'll take me a few minutes to get it together, but sure, I'll put something together. All right. Hey everyone, thanks for tuning in. We're going to be right back. I'm going to throw an ad or two up just so that like Twitch doesn't send me an email later saying like, "Hey, you streamed but made no money." Literally, I went through and like I had 20 emails from Twitch about that. All right, we are back. Thank y'all for sticking with us for that short coffee break and the commercials that played. Real quick, as a side note, Meryl and Frank the Bear, thank you both for subbing.
Yay!
How dare you mention that?
Changeling Gaming, thank you for following. And okay, so we are nearly done. The next part is going to be directives, which are essentially how y'all get extra experience beyond completing the mission, and also gives me a way to fuck with y'all. So
That's always important.
yeah. Each playbook includes 4 personal directives. These are one of the ways as players you get to contribute with the tone and direction of the game. It is, as the MC, it's my job to make sure those directives are relevant. So make your choices based on situations that you want to see your character put in. If you want to see your character interacting with powerless people, choose the compassionate directive. And I will do my best to work to introduce situations where you have to choose whether to help the powerless or not. If you want to involve a particular group or person, choose a directive that writes that group or person into the game. Y'all have a list of 4, and you'll need to choose 2 directives. So I'll give y'all a couple minutes to look over those. Remember, the directives reflect your motivations.
While they're thinking them over, I'll go ahead and go over for Scound, since I kind of know how it works a little bit. So definitely going to do financial. Who is a thief and doesn't grab an extra bit of mark on their way out? So financial is a good one. If it has to be if you hinder the mission, so we have to take an extra risk or something for it. It can't just be it's a mission we're getting paid mark financial. We have to make that choice to do a risk for it. And considering who I'm with and the fact that I'll be facilitating some of a face and helping move the group around, I'm going to go violent because I think as a group, that's something that people would rather see a mix it up a little more than just get out on a stealth. And I feel like that's something that would fit in good with the group, where we kind of take that point. We're in an elevator bay with no cameras. Do we really want to just talk out of it, or do we want to knock the guy unconscious and stash him under the stairs? I feel like as a group we'd enjoy the second one more, so I'm going to pick violent, even though it's not necessarily Scound's main leaning. I think as a dynamic, that's something that we'd enjoy.
Definitely.
Okay, so one of the things I didn't explain too much is when you make a move in service of one of your directives, you mark experience up to a certain limit per session. And marking experience is how y'all get level ups. It is the gathering XP, and y'all will get once you hit 10 experience marks, you take an advance.
All right.
All right. Think I'm ready.
Okay.
So I like illustrious. That one's fun. When your desire for fame draws unwanted attention to the mission, mark experience. I don't know. I don't know. I think it's fun, but I also don't know. I don't know. My idea is that Jun is kind of a professional, so I don't know.
It
Unless
doesn't
we talk.
hinder any more than financial or violent does. And knowing each other's directives means we can set each other up.
Yep.
So.
Yep.
Well, one I definitely want to do because
Illustrious.
I know that in a previous campaign we wanted to do, Merle and I were going to be sort of buddies.
Yeah.
So I have intimate. When you put your friend ahead of the mission, mark experience. So I think I'm gonna do that one. I'm gonna put Sawtooth.
Aw.
Aw,
black.
that gives me an excuse to throw Sawtooth into danger.
Well, she was gonna be in danger
Well-
anyway.
I was gonna say, so that moves on to Sawtooth's directive, masochistic.
Yeah.
Oh,
When
you're
you
gonna
take
enjoy this.
damage, mark experience.
So-
Oh boy.
Or sorry, when you suffer one or more harm, mark experience.
So yeah,
So I
and
think-
you're not even going the tank
In
route.
all
You're going the route where you count as a small group and you're fighting a lot of people, right?
So
Yep.
I'm loving the fact that Jun is going out of their way to try and protect Sawtooth, and Sawtooth is going out of their way to throw themselves into danger.
Yeah.
Well,
look,
This is
I,
the
then I guess
reverse.
we'll both be getting the experience.
I,
But
I
Anyway.
make-
also, yeah, but also June's protective thing means you have to throw Sawtooth in danger. So
Yep.
yeah, it's
I-
good synergy. I
So,
love it.
I actually think the other one I want to take might be vengeful. When I harm a person or their interests, mark experience.
So me
and I
picking
think it-
violent and being like, hey, let's take this opportunity. That helps yours.
Oh, this is
And
going to be
maybe
so
it's
pink
like-
mohawk.
Maybe there's like a rival, either a rival driver or rival crew.
You could create one.
yeah,
We will be in time.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I am not being subtle with this at all. Sawtooth has a very strong death wish. Like, not even an active death wish. Sawtooth does not expect to survive particularly long and doesn't really care that much.
Here for a fun time, not a long time.
She's here to get messed up and to mess other things up.
You
As
heard
long as
me.
the money keeps coming in, as long as her heart keeps beating. That may not always be her drive, but that is how she's coming into this.
Also, I just want to say that in the driver's starting list for names, one of them is Frank. I just found that very funny.
I like
Why
it.
is there a bear driving that car?
Bear is driving. How can this be?
Oh, it's like Honey Heist all over again.
So what's
is.
the second one for your directive, Sawtooth?
It's
Oh
mask.
god, it's choose two.
Yep.
No, it's choose two. It's choose two. So masochistic and so this
And
one I actually wanted to
pretty.
ask y'all.
Mhm.
So she's big part of her vibe is that she is a member of this gang, the Black Eyes. That's kind of what leads to her being her shtick. They are not a Tokyo gang. Do we want to have them included here, or do you want to have her having a? Because like, I was thinking of network, but if the Black Eyes aren't going to be in this area, that doesn't really fit so well. So she could honestly go for protective.
You definitely wouldn't fit with the first one, so
You could do
Which
proselytizing.
her beliefs are just kind of
Nihilistic.
nihilism, like just
Constructive nihilism.
No,
Destructive
No.
nihilism.
she
So
does
I
not.
think
She
network
does not
work,
have a healthy belief system.
and I mean, if you're redoing Sawtooth in another area, there's no reason you can't redo the contact in another area.
I'm
You could
perfectly
always
fine
have
with that.
them branch out.
Yeah,
well, it's-
maybe that's why you moved.
So
Hard to talk.
to help
I talked to Merle
establish.
on that one.
yeah, I was working out with Pyro a little bit as to. So, long story short,
Lift those weights.
this is at least going to be. I would like to imply it is the same Sawtooth as the last game, who has moved to a different area and is effectively starting over for the duration of this game. Which, yeah, the reason that she is in Tokyo has to do with Stitch. Ow.
Don't blame me. Blame the corpo who caused it.
I did also want to note, just because I think I kind of got. I'm not going to say like I didn't get steamrolled. I just didn't make the time to actually say it earlier. I did see in the book that cosmetic prosthetics are free.
Yes.
So cosmetic cyberware is free. So yeah, so her left hand is fairly shoddy. Heck, most of her left arm is fairly shoddy. Cyberware at this point. Like, it doesn't give her any advantages. It's just not
Cosmetic
made of
purpose.
the same meat as the rest of her. Yeah, because that's the thing in this game. You may not want to get too attached to your characters if you're throwing them into harm's way, which is a significant part of the point of Sawtooth. But yeah, I am never going to forget that one roll from the previous campaign. Full health to one roll away from instant death and also down a hand because of one bad move.
Yeah, this is a highly
Hey,
lethal game.
I got backup playbooks.
Yep. Yup. All right. See, I'm.
Note. Good to know.
Flip a coin.
You know what? Yeah, proselytizing.
Really?
She- It's interesting. I don't know.
Remember,
yeah.
these are tags that are directing me to scenes that you want to show up in the game.
Yeah, I mean, it's more the way that I'm seeing Sawtooth going is she is either going to die or she is going to wind up changing how she views the world. One or both of those things is going to happen.
I could see her evolving into a pusher.
And remember, you've got to persuade them to act to your beliefs for the experience. So you'll have to cross that into persuasive and action and push it that way.
I can also see Sawtooth making snuff films, but that's just me.
No. Okay, she's not like
Sociopath?
Sawtooth have a
I mean,
libido.
like, let me clarify. Not sexual. Basically, she just has some implant that she can record her fights with, and she uploads them to snuff films.
If that happens, we'll figure it out in game.
Oh, and that reminds me. Hey, kids! This is a role-playing game, and it may cover mature subjects. Make sure that you remember that reality is not defined by the fiction that you consume, but by reality.
This is for adults only, kid. If you're
Oh,
not
no,
gonna,
we're not allowed to do that.
We have suspicion.
But
It
this
says
game
right
does cover
there,
mature themes.
significant profanity or vulgarity.
Yeah,
Folks,
Twitch.
if you're not comfortable with that, leave.
Yeah, Twitch lets me say like, "Hey, we're going to be covering some hard issues." It doesn't let me
Talk
say,
to
"Hey,
a
kids can't
trusted
watch."
adult and not Google if there's anything that you have concerns about.
Oh God, I'm going to have to do like announcements again.
No, you won't. Anyway, just don't think about
I
it.
mean,
We're
you
not
don't
sponsored by
have
Colgate.
to.
I have not heard of Twitch not letting you say because 18
Twitch
plus.
not letting us.
Oh
say
no,
it.
I can't mark this as anything other than everyone.
Dang.
Because it's
strange.
tabletop, right?
Yeah.
What a
Oh,
pro.
is it because of the tabletop thing?
You
Okay.
gotta
okay.
be kidding me.
Are you allowed to
Really?
swear?
If I
And
mean,
my
why would I
Twitch is-
disrail? why would I derail what the momentum we have with that thing if I was
Oh,
not
okay.
being serious?
Right. Back to the game. Back to the game. So, yeah, directive proselytizing. Sawtooth
Sorry.
doesn't. What? That was not a you thing. That was an all of us thing. You're good.
No. I
Uh,
bumped the mic.
Oh, okay.
It's all right. We're all gonna bump
Uh,
off lots of mics.
Yeah, all right. Also, verbal hands up if any of y'all are compulsive apologizers, because I sure as heck am.
I
I have
don't
to
give a
break
shit about
it.
people's opinions.
Another thing I'm trying to change.
I
Uh,
have shifted my personality to have no consideration for other people's feelings.
Oh
Like
no,
a real
I
gel.
compulsive apologies.
Like
Fair
a real gel.
So yeah,
But
so
Actually,
Sawtooth. Oh, sorry. I did it again.
Compulsion.
The Canadian in them's coming out.
So Sawtooth is proselytizing. She doesn't really see
No, what
that
she's-
much of. Look, the idea of life having a point is missing the point. You're here until you're not. People are gonna try to stop you from getting what you want. You stop them. People help you get what you want. You help them. As long as it doesn't cost too much. And
See it
yeah,
work
so
again?
she's
Yeah.
she's as I said, nihilism, and not a healthy form of nihilism.
It's the Rick
At least that's going
Sanchez.
into the game. Also, I don't. Did we go over starting lists? Because like description,
Semi, yeah. We semi
name,
went over
look.
that.
Yeah, I mean,
Cyber
we're going
work.
to be covering that like in session 1.
Okay.
I mean, I went over it when I did my gear.
Yeah.
Because like some of us were, some of us weren't. I wasn't sure if it was. In that case, I'm
Go ahead.
just going to say that yeah, her name is Sawtooth. If she's got a different name, it's not one any of y'all have ever heard. And her cyberware is it's taken out of necessity really. And it is damaging. It is. That's a tag on it. It is causing her quite a lot of pain, which hard to tell when she's in pain at first, but if you know her for long enough, you start to see this. And it is almost
I heard
certainly
it, I heard
going
it.
to eventually cause permanent nerve damage, but
That's why
you don't
I'm
really
here.
have. Eventually, everything gets damaged.
No,
If
you
you
can't
get
have that.
damaged, if you get damaged by
No.
it, that can potentially trigger your directive. So
It's your own
Oh
card.
gosh, yeah. Well, either way, this again. There's a little bit of a theme on Sawtooth. Which I'm trying to go for, which is that she is just kind of heading
The Junker
straight
Queen.
burnout zone.
I mean, picking stuff that synergizes makes sense. So
Oh,
I would-
fair.
I mean that if that synergizes with your directive, even better.
Yeah, although it would be incredibly
Burning the candle at 3 ends. We don't know where the third end
yes.
came from, but we are burning it
Yes.
there.
Yes. And feeding the flame with herself and other people. Alright. Yeah, so
How
that's
tall is she?
her directive. How
Sawtooth?
tall is Sawtooth?
She was
Yeah,
like
she's
like
6'5", or wasn't she?
I don't remember if she had an official height. I have been fiddling around with a Hero Forge just to get a solid look down, and so she's at 6'6".
There it is. I knew it was 6 foot plus.
Okay, I'll
She-
keep this
she
in
big.
mind.
She big.
Big.
Let's just call that her
Tower over
official height at this
Switch.
point is 6'6", unaugmented.
6-inch
Oh.
boots.
Makes her 7 feet tall if she's wearing them.
Oh God. 7 feet tall is very tall, which
It
So I
is.
keep
seems funny
her
that
into
one of my
that.
other characters is 7 feet tall and a runt.
Okay, let's
It's a
see.
different game.
Who are we
Crystal, you
looking
wanna
for
go?
on directives?
Yeah.
Okay.
So the first one I have is illustrious.
Alright.
Desire for fame draws unwanted attention on a mission. Mark experience. She does wish to be well known for her hacking skills, and does it definitely more for the thrill than anything else. The enjoyment of I can do this. This is what is fun to me. Then the other one is revealing, and I assume the blank thing is a corpo.
You can write in about anything, really.
Yeah, it can be a corporate or something else. It is for you to choose, and I will integrate it into the narrative.
Okay. I'm a baby in all this, so I'll just stick with the corpo that I wrote down. When you discover more information about the security, mark experience.
Alrighty.
Which does make sense for hacking when she discovers more information on the best security system, That's... Anyway.
Makes sense. Sounds good.
Yep.
All right. Let's see. We have.
That probably leaves me then.
And I don't have her design and such flushed out as far as looks and such. That's usually the last thing that I think about with my characters.
That's fine. We got like 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Taking that Merlin, I'm gonna make it in Daz.
All right.
A large part of the reason why I have a specific look for this character is because I've been thinking about her for more than
3 years.
Yeah. This is not a new character in my head. I don't feel like
even characters that I've had for literal years, I have no idea what they look like other than maybe they look like me, but not really.
All right, so let's.
Does anyone remember that old nanny Fran?
Fran Drescher?
Amelia
Yeah.
Bedelia.
wait, like the nanny?
The nanny, yeah.
But Japanese, but very like that. But like wears colorful wigs and stuff to meets, and then takes it off and blends in. When she goes to jobs.
Without the laugh.
Well, we'll skip the laugh. I don't think I could do it anyway. But that's very much kind of like what I'm thinking as an MO.
Okay.
Sorry, the nanny is just ripped from life. Yes, of course I remember her.
Yes. Fran
She
Drescher.
survived.
Yeah. Okay, so.
Very much like a charisma based, a lot more like of the people and a little less social graces than Sophie version. So yeah, from the show The Nanny, Fran is kind of like what I'm thinking of as my infiltrator.
Reference. Okay, so I think the only person we're left to get is Stitch's directives.
Yeah. And I'm just basically I'm just redoing the wheel at this point for my directives. Because Frank beat me to it. For protective, when you put responsibility to help and protect Sawtooth ahead of the mission, mark experience. Because I asked Merle if I could pair my character up to have known theirs. He's the guy that basically just repairs the subdermal armor and tries to prevent the nerve damage from getting worse.
This
Hopefully
feels
one
very.
day.
This feels very Jun and Stitch asking Sawtooth, "What do you have?" and Sawtooth running by with their machete, a knife.
A knife! No!
No! Stitch is more like...
I'm hoping they do like a links, like when we do our links to each other. I'm hoping they like do like the same job they did or something.
Oh, I hope y'all.
Mine goes farther back.
Oh, right. Hold on. I need to make sure I have all the corpse, homeopaths, the security vet.
Home path.
Homeopathy.
Home path. Let me put so I
That's what
make sure to get that right. Okay, Vibe Corp.
With 3 V's.
Yeah, Kaji. How do I pronounce this again?
Oh, Kaiji Smith Innovation.
Kaiji Smith. Okay, and my group Genomura. Okay, I got all those ready. Sorry, I need to be ready to advance clocks as y'all do links. Anyway, please continue, Stitch, with your directives.
So basically, the other one I got was revealing that I picked for.
Mm-hmm.
When you discover more information about Tough, which is an acronym for the United Front and Stitch's family, mark experience because the United Front was basically a intercontinental labor union that eventually became the equivalency of loan sharks and bank loans. His father took out a big enough loan, and the United Front came knocking on the door, and Stitch wasn't home at the time.
Alrighty.
So now he's if he happens to find it, he finds it. If he doesn't, he doesn't. It's more or less in the back of his mind, though.
I have some ideas.
I have many ideas. But that's about it. If you're wondering for what he looks like, I actually have a picture I showed Gyrnos. It's his common wear. He actually wears two different getups, believe it or not. He wears one for if he's having to meet in a corpo setting, but the average clothing you'll see is him with his armored jacket on, which I'll post right below Merle's thing. Right there.
And we'll get images, people's images and stuff shared, and work on getting art, or at the very least, representative images put together over the next couple weeks.
Just so a good reference to look at, I used, I think his name's Donald Pierce from Logan. I used him for the reference piece of it.
Okay. All right. Let's see here now. And so you said your two directives were revealing
Protective and revealing.
Yeah. Okay, protective and revealing. Okay. Just make that note. That note. Okay. And that's everyone's directives, right?
So,
Yep.
61. Okay, so then we are on to my favorite part, the links. So, the final step of this process is y'all will create a series of links between your characters. Each player describes and introduces their character to the group as their final description. Each player will tell everyone about a job that their character did against one of the corporations established at the start of this. They describe their character's role in the job and name the corporation. When you are describing the job you ran, your character should be the leading role in the job, either in charge of the entire operation or providing a critical skill. I will then start a countdown clock for that corporation, and then the next player in the sequence can either say like how their character was involved in the job and take a +1 link with that character. For example, if Ipso was talking about a run they did against Gianomora, and Sawtooth said that they provided muscle, Sawtooth would get a +1 link with Ipso. Okay?
Is this like making a story? Like,
yeah, this is how y'all met each other, or how y'all connected with each other.
So this does two things. It advances the clocks as we make more links. So we need to, we don't want to be like all 5 people on all 5 stories.
I mean, unless you want to.
Unless you
We
want
could.
to. But also, links can be traded in to do upgrade points, basically, on your character's upgrades. And also, you roll links with the character sometimes when you're doing actions together in the game. So you actually probably want to keep a couple links, and you want to make sure everyone gets at least 1 link with someone, because that explains how we all met. But if we do too many, we also run up the clock. So that's our trade-off.
So, what happens is links go up to +4. If you would have a +5, your link resets, and y'all get to have a vignette between the two of y'all.
What's that?
A small scene showing like your friendship, or how y'all's relationship has developed, or how y'all understand each other better.
I don't think Stitch and Sawtooth are good at that, but that's all right.
All right, but y'all have the general understanding of what's going on, right?
I think so, yeah.
Okay.
Whoever goes first on their story is in charge,
think
and
so,
then
but
we
I'm
have the
gonna let
option to
somebody
add
else-
on to it if we want, correct?
There was a little crosstalk there. Can we have that one more time from each of you in sequence?
You go, Crystal.
Okay. I think I understand how it works, but I'm gonna let some of the other people go first so that I make sure I fully understand.
Okay.
And you don't both get the link, right? Whoever
No.
adds on gets
Whoe-
the link.
Yeah, if you join in on another player's mission, you get the link. So if I was describing Ipso's run and Sawtooth was talking about it, Sawtooth would get the link, but not Ipso. Okay.
Okay.
Gotcha.
So let's see here now. I will go ahead and ask Jun to go first.
All right, fair enough. I think that Jun would probably do a gun running job against Kaiji Smith.
Okay.
Go ahead, explain it to us. Bob.
So what did this job entail?
My thought was possibly either good question. Probably like knocking over a supply
Okay.
caravan.
Okay. Like hitting weapon transport in progress.
Exactly.
Okay. And so
And Jun would be
driver.
The driver, yeah.
okay. And anyone jumped in to help Jun in this mission?
I'll do it.
All right. How did you help in this?
Due to the fact that I'm good with technical things outside of hacking, I ended up helping him get the wire and also getting explosives to knock the equipment out.
All right.
And
So
easier to collect.
okay. I like that. Okay, Stitch, go ahead and add +1 to your links to Jun. Anyone else
All right,
involved?
So since I'm starting this, I'm running the job. I don't make links.
Yeah, you can, but you can jump in on the next person's.
Gotcha.
Think of it like you're the DM, and when other players help you on your quest thing that you're building, they get the links.
Yeah,
Okay.
It's how I think it works.
pretty much. Yeah.
I need to add one more thing though to that situation. Due to my previous history as a scav, I don't think I was well trusted by Jun though when he first worked with me.
Okay.
Jun doesn't trust anybody outside the family. So,
Scavengers are the worst.
I don't think Scound would have gone on this one. It's a little more noisy than default ones that she's planned and been brought in on. So I'm going to skip this one and look for another good opportunity to get links with people.
Okay.
That's fair.
Same with Mad Hatter.
Okay. Sawtooth.
Sorry, just had a brain fart kind of moment.
You're really low volume. Did you move your mic?
How was that?
Okay, there we go.
My mic got moved. I had a little bit of a brain fart moment, and I'm just like trying to bludgeon my brain back into functioning again.
Okay.
So this is a
We're
job
doing
that
links.
Sawtooth.
So
Right.
yeah. So
Job
what?
Sawtooth pulled with one of the corporations.
So what's happening right now is Jun is just telling us about a job that he pulled where he waylaid a arms transport, and Stitch helped with that in some way. Was Sawtooth involved in that too?
Stitch was, I suppose she was too.
Okay. Go ahead and take a +1 link to Jun.
All right. I'm going to say she just destroyed the driver compartment.
Disabled
What
vehicle
driver?
after y'all left to discourage pursuit.
Oh, I meant like with the drivers inside.
Oh, also yes.
That works
I
too.
see.
It's just like just standing in front and just
I
It's
get
one
it.
way to
I got it
The-
immediately.
The
The
car's
driver's
just on.
Apartment just
they'll need some little bit of repair and a lot of laundry.
I'm just
Laundry?
imagining them.
Cleaning.
I'm just imagining them like on their side, and you just
Some
hear the
left-handed.
walking of like combat boots coming, and the guy in the driver's seat looks up and he just sees Loudmouth pointed at him, and he's like, "Fuck."
I like that.
Okay.
Um,
Let's see here now. Then next one is MHTK. What was a job you ran against who?
And you don't have to pick your own corp if you want. You could pick a different corp.
I can read the corpse off if you need.
Yes, please.
All right. There's Genomura Biotech of the Genomura Group, Kaji Smith Innovations, Vibe Corp, HomePath, The Security, and Vet.
Okay.
And I can tell you what each of them are as well. Genomura is a biotechnologies and cybernetics. Kaji Smith Innovations is a military weapons manufacturer. Vibe Corp is a multimedia entertainment conglomeration. HomePath is a consumer goods manufacturer and promoter. The security is Matrix and Telecommunications, and Vet is at its heart a heavy industry and transportation group.
It's one of the
Okay.
companies, yeah.
Okay, so I think the be a job to go after which one was the entertainment? That was Vibe?
Yep.
Okay. And does it cover all entertainment, including like news and stuff?
Oh yeah, they definitely
news
have
and
news
stuff is their
programs.
big
Yeah.
thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. So I think and my character is contract worker, and a lot of details in her contract on what she will and will not do. It's the more information she has, the better. She likes knowing what she's signing up for. She's not a person who do this job, no questions. No, she asks all the questions if she can.
Mhm.
That's just her. And so for this job, she was hired to tank somebody's political campaign by hacking and changing and doing stuff with it was Vibe, right?
Mhm.
Yeah, Vibe Corp.
That's the company, yeah.
So planting false data in a Vibe Corp story.
Yes.
Okay. Jun, did you get involved in this job?
I don't know if I would need to be, because I'm assuming this is pretty much off-site.
Yep.
I mean-
would mostly be off-site.
I mean, that's up to you. This is your part of the story. If there's a reason
Yeah.
to have gone on site, Jun definitely could have gone on site.
I mean, we do want to try to have a link, at least one link on each one if we can, because that's how we've known each other, and that becomes part of like the character's history. If nothing else, maybe I could have snuck her into the broadcast room.
I could see you in that
Well, if
position.
that's the case, then yeah, I'll be getaway driver.
Okay, so Jun provided escape services, and Scound got into the broadcast booth to create a direct link to the Vibe network.
So I was posing as the new weather girl with you acting as an assistant, so that you had a reason to carry around equipment and pieces of stuff as well as coffee,
Yep.
And so that got you in with equipment as like a set person. And then as soon as things started going live, we had to get out of there. So getaway driver is great for that.
I'm just imagining the hacker now carrying around what looks like an iPad when really it's their deck.
Oh, yeah. All right.
You said deck.
And,
with
and the coffee
yeah,
cup was actually
the-
empty. It just had a USB in it.
Oh, always fun.
ECK.
All right.
Okay, because that very much sounded like an I.
Was Sawtooth involved in this job?
So I was gonna say, what kind of false data were you implanting, or is it not like?
Probably not super important, but tanking somebody's political campaign.
Okay.
So somebody was running for an office, and my client did not want them to get office for various reasons.
They found out they were a garlic bread slut.
I'm gonna say Sawtooth took part by actually providing a diversion.
Right.
Okay.
So Sawtooth basically, in order to provide cover and draw possible attention away from all of this, staged a robbery on a nearby office.
Okay.
So basically, while the screen was live and people could have edited and caught it and helped, then you use that moment to go in and stop people from noticing what was going out.
Yeah.
All right.
So I'm putting my links as +1 hacker hatter.
Okay. Well, Stitch, were you involved in this?
I don't believe I would have been,
Okay.
even though I might have been involved, but I don't think he would have been. He would have heard about it from Sawtooth, though, but not anything more than that.
All right. So anyone who directly helped with the job to plant false data in VibeCorp servers, take a +1 to your links with MHTK.
MHTK.
Love the sound of that, by the way. Came
Happy
up
to
with a
provide.
good name. I am not good at names, so I'm very happy with the name that I came up with.
All right, let's see here. Then next is Sawtooth. What is a run that Sawtooth either ran or played the critical role of?
I'm looking over the corpse.
Let me know if you need anything from mine, Merle.
Excuse me. Say it again.
Let me know if you need anything about mine, because that's an acronym for the ones that are in it.
Wait, I don't. Where's the list? Again.
I haven't posted the full thing. I can read it to you.
Right. Yeah. I'm just scrolling through the channel. I know you just read it off before, but then
I have no problem reading again. All right, it's Genomura Biotech, which is a biotechnologies and cybernetics. Kaji Smith Innovations, which is a military weapons manufacturer. VibeCorp, which is a multimedia company. HomePath, which is a consumer goods group. The Security, which is a matrix and telecommunications security provider. And VET is a conglomeration with the core group
companies.
being focused on heavy industry and transportation.
Specifically railway, yeah.
Okay. And so far we've got jobs people have pulled with VibeCorp.
Okay, so Kaji Smith is at 2,100 hours, and VibeCorp is at 2,200 hours.
Okay. So I'm gonna say that month or two back, Sawtooth pulled a job with Genomura Biotech.
Okay.
Hired to do some corporate sabotage. There were some prototypes that were put into a what was supposed to be a non-live fire testing ground. This is what was going to be military cybernetics and enhanced soldiers, and it became a live fire exercise, and mostly it was her doing the firing, and there weren't so many of the test subjects left moving afterwards, and it kind of left a black eye for a mid-level executive who had been championing that particular project.
All right, so Oh, go ahead.
Can I participate in that?
So Sawtooth did a hit on a Geomura Biotech Biodrone training facility.
And I think MHTK was definitely hired on as, again, independent contractor to assist with getting past some of the security systems and such.
Okay.
I think I was with that too.
All right, Stitch.
You know where I'm gonna be.
Stitch, how were you involved in that?
Merle, you mind if I take small rain for a sec?
Sure.
Okay, two things. Stitch at one point, using his van with June's help, he asked for a one of the prototypes back to see if it could help with Sawtooth's condition,
Mm-hmm.
or at least slow it down a bit more. And I'm thinking what happened was when they were running towards their getaway, the subdermal's activated, so
Mhm.
Stitch rushed out to basically try and turn him off temporarily to get him in the car.
Okay. I like that.
Helped basically turn him back on while they're being shot at.
And I like to think, as opposed to just Jun sitting in the car waiting, Jun was instead involved in, let's call it discrete tactical insertion through high velocity.
I don't know. I don't know the layman's term for it.
Driving through a wall and letting Sawtooth out of the car door.
Don't tell me you ruined my van. That was my baby.
Oh, Jun has their own car.
I know, but I was thinking the van was part of the getaway. So he put his
I'm the
van
getaway
up.
driver if we're using my car.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, y'all have two vehicles, which is not a bad thing. But one is much better at dealing with pursuits and, like, say, crashing through walls.
True, actually.
The other one is a good place for you to build your tools and me to, hack into security safely.
You
Yeah,
touch
Sam,
any,
yours is a mobile command center. Mine's a getaway.
Okay, so
actually, you touch
Sawtooth,
any of my equipment, you're
Stitch,
gonna lose them fingers.
Jun,
No, I got my own equipment.
Okay.
and
So we understand each other if there's a line in that van.
Image TK. Was Scound
Yep,
involved
I
in
keep to
this?
my personal bubble.
No, I don't think so. I don't want to push the clock any higher than 2200 on that one.
All right. Anyone who was involved in Sawtooth sanitization of a biodrone training facility, take a +1 link with Sawtooth.
All right.
One for Sawtooth.
All right, Scound, you're up.
Well, I am going to go ahead and go with Home Path because I already had the thing where I was pretending I had a disorder.
Mm-hmm.
So I think that she would be going in to possibly gather research papers on people with that to prove that there was no actual medical benefit on that disorder to
Mhm.
give them to the Doctor Association as a gift.
Okay.
So, so I think that she would have been going into the clinic. It could be an in-person, grab papers. It could be a hack, but basically going in low-key as a patient to give an opportunity to grab papers and research and stuff from an area that has more general knowledge and less like formulas and it's more the effects and less the builds of the homeopathic remedies.
Okay. All right. Jun, did you get involved in this in some way?
If you need a getaway driver, that's me.
No.
And I would say possibly a tech would have been good with this because it wouldn't have been as high secured an access vault as a hacker would need. But someone to go into like a server area or to like
Steal the data.
open some door keys and stuff without like could do it with magnetics and stuff and gather
yeah.
things while I was basically in there as a patient taking their notice would probably be good.
I see, Scan. The key to getting through one of these doors is quite simple. I don't need a card. I have a knife. This knife opens up the padding, and I just have to touch the wires together. And oh dear, I just shocked myself.
Yeah, that's exactly what I was thinking. Like research and stuff you would need to hack. It would have, all their formulas and stuff. But like actual effects and how this treatment is working in the center and stuff like that, things that they can use to show it's not effective, but that aren't like proprietary test results. Or I think tech would be a good pairing for that.
Okay.
Foregoes payment for a copy
Sound
of the
more
notes.
physical than digital, so I don't think I would participate.
Okay.
I'll participate in that.
And Sawtooth, were you involved in this run?
I'm trying to think how she really could have been. Like, not so much of a walk in with a gun type.
So, I mean,
Thing.
remember, this is the premise. You can make alterations to it as necessary.
Yeah,
Because
Have her
we're telling
waiting in
this
the
story
car with
together.
June.
that's true. This is if it does also have me worried about pushing the clock too far. Because, like, does the clock push for everybody involved in it?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, so again, I'm a little worried about pushing that clock too far.
I mean, right now, the highest clock is Genomura and Vibe Corp at 2,200 hours.
That's yeah.
So
Start off
like
pretty
a
high.
leg work run that goes bad on either of those could be a bad
Interesting.
condition. So
Yeah.
I was actually targeting mine for maybe we do a small run that's a more personal connection. If that's good with everyone, I think. And that's why I picked like a small discrete location, not like a big testing facility, but like a smaller clinic where it's like certain genetic disorders, like a specialty research not research, but a specialty application clinic. Like
Makes sense.
we don't have to do that, but that's what I was targeting mine towards, like mechanics wise.
Specialized pharmaceutical testing area that is being tested with a controlled patient set. Did I get that right?
Less testing because they don't really do that much with homeopath. They don't want those results. More applied
They just rub
treatment.
oils on it.
Applied treatment center.
I was about to say it's probably also wouldn't be considered pharmaceutical because that would require prescriptions and doctors and
Which is they don't do. So this is an applied treatment center for certain genetic disorders.
this
Let's
is
see.
less medicine and more we hired a company in India to make us 50,000 capsaicin capsules.
Oh shit! This
So
is
that's-
just
This is kind of what I'm going for. Like they don't have official studies because they've worked really hard to stay out of anything that has to be prescribed. If it gets to where it has to be prescribed, they sell that off, or they work hard to unregulate it.
like suppressing
like
any
that.
sort of media against it,
Terrible.
right?
It's like they ran a test and they diluted the test and then they
Like
diluted the test.
Scientology.
It's
And then they dilute the
homeopathic
test.
testing.
Yeah.
Stitch
Yeah,
is just-
this is the whole vibe of this corp that I'm going for. So that's why it wouldn't be research notes. It would be applied clinic results with the applied clinic patients that are there.
And
But
it's
it'd be a
just sugar
concentrated
water.
subset because the genetic condition's rare. So that's why she targeted that one, because all the results on that are at that location.
They're just giving them sugar water and placebos, then, right?
Yes,
Pretty much.
that's what it is.
well, with like
Stitch
1
is
part
just-
per million of antibacterials.
This is the opposite kind of corp of like we're running drugs. This is like as far like we're running drugs or we're running guns.
They're
Mine
making
is
you
like
think.
as opposite spectrum from that as you can get.
High quality
and-
soy candles.
And the thing is, with the right marketing and with very, very low production costs, they're very
Very profitable.
successful in their market. and they're a big corp with influence, and they could buy nice ads because they don't have much production costs.
I like the
Fine.
idea of like if you want medicine, you go to Genomura. If you want to feel better, you go to Home Path.
They don't have
Yeah.
therapists, but they'll make you think they are.
Okay, so does
Yeah,
anyone
it's like-
else want to be involved in Home Paths? The run on Home Paths data facility.
Heck with it. Sawtooth. Yeah.
Okay,
If she's not
everyone-
pushing it too much.
Just starts
And
a
you know what?
fight
On
in
that
the rec
one, I'm
room.
going to say she helped out
skin
by
condition.
seducing a guard.
Oh,
'Cause she's
love
not
it.
always just shooting.
Oh,
I'm
just-
And,
how many points do you have in Cool?
Hold
on, wait, what's
it cool? Right.
Our style.
Style, not cool.
Hey, those can both work. I mean, that's pressure in any way.
Can I use cool instead of style?
It is
Maybe.
acting under pressure.
She does have a +1 in cool. She has a 0 in style.
Oh, it'll be in the moment. We'll see what feels right going forward.
Flip a coin.
Okay. I'm just saying, like, there was one guard who was getting a little bit snoop-ish, and he was into specifically
choked,
into
choked.
nasty-looking
thighs.
tech.
Well, I thought he was just into the idea of getting choked by thighs, but you know,
And
Because like my character would be trying to like ham up her perceived illness and defects and asking for assistance and how does this work and trying to gather as much attention to her as she can.
oh god,
So it would make
Right.
sense. It might make a guard suspicious. So that kind of.
pull a guard's
Make-
attention somewhere else.
But
Oh
and then
God,
of course.
love bites from
wait, let's picture
Sawtooth.
this for a second. So, Ziz, you disguised to go in there, right?
Oh yeah, disguise kit. Yeah.
Okay, so now let's picture this for a sec. Ziz goes in there looking like your average mental patient, and then there's this 6'7" person in a patient's outfit that could possibly fit. And some guards just eyeing that up.
That's my wheelchair driver.
They go in a closet.
I'm
It
nervous.
looks-
But my shoulder's burning. It's like every time you move it more than 5 degrees, it's like burns but not thorns. It's like at a 7.
Personal attendant.
love it.
I was just imagining like a guard takes Sawtooth in the closet, and she comes out and she's not smiling or anything, and they get back in the car. Scan's like,
The
so
dude
Sawtooth,
is-
how'd it go with the guard? And she just smiles, and her teeth are all red.
The dude is bleeding.
Oh, she bit out his throat like 2 hours ago, but I'm also imagining Ziz just hamming it up in there too.
All right. Okay. Last one.
I'm in that one. I
Stitch.
gotta put on Scan.
Stitch, tell me
Hold
about a
up.
run that you did.
I gotta put Scan down first. It's +1, you said, right?
Yeah. +1 with Scound.
Scound? Oh,
SCOUND.
But yeah, like scoundrel. The scound.
I thought it was Scan, like Scandal. Okay, so I'm gonna take from my own. I'm gonna take the United Front, just because I think Merle will like this one, and I think others will like this as well.
That's
Bank heist.
okay.
Classic.
United Front is the last.
Yeah.
It's
I
the
remember.
last key on them. Basically, a tough bank is a loan shark with extra steps. I have a good actual explanation for it. So the basic premise is a tough bank is when the union is fighting for your wages and you need temporary money to keep yourself and your family alive and fed. Tough uses their bank to give you a loan for this, with enough small writing on the contract that you have to give up your implants and technically your living status over to tough banks. That is only if you don't pay at the 30% interest rate the loan is given at, and that's on a good day. So basically, Stitch made the decision he was going to hit a bank because the Golden Snakes basically own this district of Tough. and they had one big bank, planned it out, basically had somebody scout out the location, and he cut out the alarm system, and he ended up basically cutting through the first layer of defense through the gate, and then he helped with making sure everyone was able to get out and make sure the cameras weren't able to recover any footage after it was wiped of all. After any potential evidence was wiped, he also smashed it all up and basically collected it for a scrap.
Okay.
I could definitely help with the technical side of that, hacking and such, making sure everything gets wiped and nothing gets uploaded to like a cloud system or anything.
Shut off the alarm at the very least.
That's
Yeah.
why I also made sure everyone could be involved. Oh, god damn it. 1 sec.
Your boy's gonna go zoom.
Okay.
As usual. Probably through a high-speed chase in.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
100%.
Oh, there was definitely a high-speed chase. This was not stealth.
There's gonna be
The
so many
reason why I
high-speed chases. Like,
Well, no, the thing is, like, Ziz, more than likely I made it so Ziz could come in and scout out the location, get in, everything. But it's gonna be a robbery, basically.
like
You mind if
I. Oh, go ahead.
I don't know. Would me doing anything like affect the heat on us? With this,
No,
operation?
like you can do anything. If you're involved, then you're involved in whatever way you want.
So I want to use my hot shit driver
Mhm.
ability. So I can.
But if you mean does it increase the heat, we go up 1 on the clock for every person that is there.
But that's
If that's
fine.
what
I
you're
mean,
would-
asking.
That's why
I
I
was saying,
brought
but would me
everyone.
doing anything affect that?
Oh no.
no, whatever you
Well,
do,
then-
once you're involved, you're involved.
Well, then fuck it.
What would you like to do, June?
Well, it doesn't matter if it's not going to affect anything. I'm not going to do anything.
Well, no. Once you've
But I want to hear it.
once you've joined in, and you can do whatever you want.
Yeah, but I'm saying, like actively roll dice in order to affect the outcome of things.
Oh, we're just telling the story here, so you
Yeah,
can just
okay.
tell us what you did, and you can assume success.
Well, yeah. Okay. Well, then yeah, I just do a full on. I just full drive through, hit all of the alleyways.
There's like a
Dive to
blockade.
any like confusing car park. There's definitely a point where I actually park in a parking lot and wait. I tell everyone to get the fuck down, just wait for everything to pass. Because again, my car it's
They're at the
nondescript.
Yeah,
I can
ubiquitous.
easily. Yeah, exactly.
Everyone's got one.
I'm just picturing you driving through a blockade at one point.
I definitely let loose the machine guns to get people off of my back.
Just starts reversing into the blockade with the machine gun going off. That I can picture perfectly.
I love the
I don't
idea of
think-
like. Oh, go ahead.
I don't think my character would be in the getaway vehicle. I think I'd be in, the van, like
Oh,
3
we gotta
blocks
pick you
away.
up.
Well, after you threw up in my car after our high speed escape, yeah, you're not allowed in my car anymore.
Yeah, no, I can absolutely imagine my character, if they somehow got in the vehicle and didn't stay behind to stay safe, they can be in the car, like, grasping at everything, being like, I so do not like this part, and just
I regret everything.
holding on for dear life and then puking at the end.
I love the the whole. They're in a white car, and there's like half a dozen white cars on the road, and it's like that narrows it down.
Yeah. Oh, there's definitely a thing where it's like that one. It's like that one commercial where they're like 10 like red Honda Civics all weaving around each other.
Yeah, love it. All right. So, who else is getting involved in Stitch's run against the United Front?
I mean, so we've got a car chase.
We also robbed the bank, yeah. A loan shark bank, basically.
There's only one shark you need to worry about.
Yeah. I thought you might like that.
Yeah, I think Sawtooth should be involved in this one.
Okay.
Oh, you can kill as many of them as you want. I don't give a fuck.
And yeah, she killed quite a few people. Most of them involved. I mean, look, she's not an indiscriminate killer.
I mean, we're not talking like the fight scene from. We're talking more like the fight scene from like Hell of a Boss, where there's just innumerous mooks that show up.
Yes. Yeah,
Real
she
quick, have y'all
mixed
seen
it up
the
with them.
Can you say that one more time, Crystal?
Have y'all seen the newest episode?
Of what?
I have seen the newest
Yes.
episode. I have sobbed over the newest episode.
We're talking about the Amazing Digital Circus.
No, also good,
No.
but has not
Also
made me-
great.
Yes. Unlikely to make me sob though. Well,
Yeah.
possibly make me sob. Anyway, yes. So yes, a lot of mooks were dying. A lot of property was being damaged, and Loudmouth was making itself heard.
Yeah, that bulletproof glass ain't really bulletproof after enough shots from Loudmouth.
All
I
right.
mean,
Let's see here.
it is
John-
almost like it is one of the things that Loudmouth is
It makes-
specifically designed to do.
Sawtooth.
What else did we get out of it? We got
That's
the safety
what Breach
deposit
does.
boxes.
It's an armor-piercing shotgun.
Scound, were you involved in this?
Considering we've already got 4 people, and considering they already have a way in that they're going in loud, where they don't
No,
really
we're-
need the stuff, and they already have
Yeah,
a
so you
hacker
are-
to get
Oh,
past.
wait.
Stealth is not on our side at this point.
I don't think that it would fit with they already have a way in, they already have a way past security. So
Well,
as much as I want to link, I don't think that it would really make sense in this case.
Aw.
Oh, I can make it make sense.
Huh.
I needed somebody to scout out the premise to know what was in and out of it, though.
I need to update my sheet.
Right.
So I have a link with shoot. Names are hard. Words are hard. I have a-
It's
Yes.
Stitch. It's
Right, this one's-
cute and fluffy.
Well, if y'all want, I can take the infiltration and ahead of time to see what
you.
items are going to be going through the bank, so that y'all can plan a good timing.
I mean, yeah, you
That
need someone to
and-
go in and get like camera locations.
As well as blueprints.
Always need intel.
I really was not. I'm okay if this goes up high, because keep in mind, there's like 3 other ones. Even though Vet's like the universal conglomerate owned by the Golden Snakes and yada yada.
Well, you've only got 1 countdown clock for 1 court.
Yeah.
True.
So,
It's just gonna
so-
piss off the Golden Snakes.
Come on.
sure, I'll go ahead of time and do the cameras and stuff and track what day the armor carts and stuff are going through. I get intel and stuff when I'm hiding in plain sight, and the blueprints on the books aren't necessarily what's at the place. So so while our hatter gets the blueprints that are legally filed, I'll get as much of a walked out path as I can of the inside.
Excellent. Alright, let's see. 9, 10, 10, 11, 11, 12, 12, 1. So yeah, this
what
is
was
pretty...
character name again for adding the link?
This one, it's Stitch.
Okay.
Okay, so, we've been
I know
running
it's gonna go up.
for a couple hours. We're actually at a little past the time we would normally be stopping.
It's because we're having so much fun.
There is, however, rain coming. Hold on, let me check, because forecast keeps changing. And we have a few things that we need to weatherproof out. Oh, it's not until like 4 o'clock. Okay. I was like, oh god, we have to be outside and get that stuff cleaned up.
Okay. Isabel,
Um,
how do you spell your character's name again?
SCOUN.
D.
There's a D on the end. Okay.
you can delete ipso.
Thank you. I just want to make sure I had everything on my sheet. And my
Okay.
notes.
So, with that final, everyone record links as +1 to Stitch. And this is what the landscape of the clocks looks like right now.
Do I have to put my harm up there for it, or?
Huh?
I have a clock right there as well. Do I
Oh,
put that up for when
that's if you've taken damage.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so we have Genomura Biotech at 2,200 hours.
Oh dear.
Kaji Smith Innovations at 2,100 hours. Vibe Corp at 2,200 hours. Home Path at 2,200 hours. The security has not had a corporate clock started yet.
Isn't
And
Home Path 21?
oh yeah, 21. Sorry. Let's see here. And the Vet, the United Front, a Golden Snakes Yakuza Group conglomeration, is at 2,300 hours.
Yay. Can I get the numbers
It's
again though?
Fine.
Genomura is at 22. Kaji Smith is at 21. Vibe
One
Corp.
sec. I'm writing them down for notes.
Oh, that's fine. I was going to post it later.
2,200 for Kaji Smith, right?
2,100 for Kaji Smith.
100 Vibe Core is at 2,200 or?
Vibe Corp is at 2,200. Home Path is at 2,100. And Vet, the United Front, the Golden Snakes Yakuza Group, is at 2,300.
And security has not changed, right?
The security has not had its clock started, no.
2, 3, 4.
So it is at...
There we go.
Yeah.
Very cool.
Okay.
I like keeping notes. If any questions need to be asked, please let me know.
Alright, let me do my little spiel stuff to round things out. The Sprawl is a TTRPG using the Powered by the Apocalypse system. Some music featured on the bonus roll will have come from Tabletop Audio. Who was that other one? Incomplete Tech and other producers of royalty-free music. The bonus roll, where was it? Supports artists when possible, and will be requiring custom art as we move forward, and this stands, so please be ready for changes to the overlay and background images. That's everything. Anyone have anything else they want to add?
Equilibrium, my van is not a good place for having a nice rest. There is trash and tools on the floor.
It's
I can
fine
see
enough
just
anyway.
a pillow made of like protein tubes.
Oh no, I got an idea of what it looks like on the inside. He basically, because keep in mind in the backstory, he split with Sawtooth like 50 G's he had left from why he left New Angeles, and he used it to buy the van. He bought the equipment. He bought a chair. It's like a barber chair or a dentist chair basically, and he has basically like a pull-out cot. Like it folds up. He can fold it down. He puts the dentist chair in a corner area, and he just like pulls that down. But he'll just toss trash like on the floor. So when people come in there, they're like, "What the fuck? How do you live like this, man?" And he just looks at me. He's like, "Well, I bathe at a public bathhouse."
And one thing we need to think about is in case we go over to any locations to pick people up, or we go to any hangouts or eateries or stuff, be thinking about like where you live, one place you might go to meet up other people, and one place you might go to hide from heat, and those descriptions.
I stick around by the smoke shop usually, but I also stay by the vending machines of beer.
just in case they come up and play, just kind of like be thinking on what those places would look like for your character in between.
Probably spots with free Wi-Fi.
Oh, World has free
How
Wi-Fi.
about in the van? In the van somewhere,
Yeah, I
like
guess it's
most of
probably
the time.
all bad then.
Food
Free
or
Wi-Fi.
Over it.
otaku areas.
I mean,
that-
Remember, 15 to 10% of all of the public transportation is owned by Enig Motors, and they will charge you. Those eddies are not safe with Enig Motors.
I'm just thinking, where's Sawtooth going to hang out? Dark alleys,
You can hang with me.
parks at night.
the Prism Club.
Ooh.
People have houses. Like you can have a house.
The blue. I don't want a house. I want to be on the move.
Yeah, I'm just thinking
Was-
Sawtooth
You
is
know,
the
van
thing
is my
that
house.
happens to other people.
You know
I
how
know it-
places get renovated over and over? Sometimes space goes missing. Like in
That's
our
such
old
building a
house,
false
there's that
wall.
little 2 foot by 2 foot area, and we don't know what's there.
Oh, that the hidden area that we haven't been able to get into. Yeah, that area.
Yeah, I feel like like in an attic area where people can't judge stuff as well, like an attic of an apartment, like high level of the apartment, top floor. I feel like her apartment is just there is a wall she's learned how to press out, and she just lives in that hidden spot, and then goes down and uses like public restrooms and stuff in the apartment.
Y'all are weird. I have a very well furnished 1-bedroom apartment.
Stitch has a bad experience with houses and
You know,
apartments.
it's future and the whole place has Wi-Fi. Do they still have
McDonald's.
those little internet cafe
Yeah.
areas where you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They have the like. I can see. Let's see. Who would it be?
Void Industries has comedy.
Yeah,
good
HomePath
commodities.
probably has like a series of like little vending machine cafes.
Yeah.
I mean, like hers isn't small; it's just narrow and long because it goes like half the width of an apartment building. It's like that house on the weird houses where it's narrow but 3 stories.
Oh, the
It's
one
like
that's
that,
like.
just long.
Oh, it's like the
We
one that's
should
like
just-
4 feet wide. Yeah, I know that one.
This is a shot in the dark. What if like Scound just like went into one of those internet cafes and just took it like a fake wall in the back storage area and turned it into a little area to stay in?
Because it's funner in an apartment.
That's fair. Who the heck's stealing all my bread?
But yeah, I
When did that-
think that's where MHTK stays, is one of those little cubicles in the internet cafe places.
Yeah, no, they definitely have like by the hour nap spots.
Yeah.
But I mean,
I
hers
feel
is
like-
decorated. It's just weirdly like 4 feet wide, the whole length of it.
Oh, I love this idea. It's gonna be so much fun.
Oh,
I mean, As far
that's
as
not how-
actually sleeping and showering and such, I know exactly where Sawtooth is staying.
staying at the
Well, she has, so they got public bathhouses,
YMCA.
so I can use that.
Well, I say no. Have y'all ever heard of a capsule hotel?
Yeah, it's those really
Yeah.
small places.
Yeah, dirt
So-
cheap, and you basically get a little tomb to lay yourself down in.
Stitch
So,
uses a public
Some
bathhouse.
point in my life, not right now, unfortunately, but some point in my life, I absolutely want to go to Japan. Part of the reason that I voted for the Japan one. And I absolutely would be staying in those capsule hotels as A, cheap, but also B, some that's not really here in the States.
Yeah.
I wonder why.
I mean, honestly, capsule apartments may not be the worst idea of like investment opportunity considering housing crisis.
Yeah.
I would build an apartment like ones in Germany, but big enough to hold a family of. two
Everyone
kids,
gets
two
your own
parents.
bed and a sliding door. Oh,
Yeah.
oh,
I mean, I did stay in a themed capsule hotel for one night in Japan.
What was it like?
It was kind of
Jealous.
look. It's a very cool concept. That particular one, I did not like how it was carried out because it was literally look, I slept on bedding on plywood. Like
Ooh.
is literally plywood boxes. So like it's
Style.
it's a very cool concept. I just would rather not risk getting splinters.
Yeah.
I'm trying
Yeah.
to imagine if
I understand that.
like Stitch and Sawtooth are friends.
I
Not
mean,
in the
they're at
sense
the
of,
very
like-
least acquaintances.
Well, no, they've known each other for a while. Like in the lore I put, it's been like 5 years since he came to Neo Tokyo. But
So here's the thing: as y'all play, you can build your
backstory.
links with each other, and there's nothing in the rules that say when you hit that +5 and reset your links that it has to be a current vignette. It can be a flashback,
Ah,
Cool.
interesting.
or if there is a rule that
Sawtooth,
says it, I am going to ignore it.
if Sawtooth's been there for 5 years, then Sawtooth has lived about 5 years longer than she expected to.
That's because That's because Stitch been watching the back. Homie helps homie.
That's fair. That's fair.
Gang recognizes gang. Plus, he's probably the only other guy that's allowed to work on the inner thigh dermal area. So
You do
Last time.
know if you get handsy.
Biting happens.
Ma'am, I remember last time you broke my robotic hand with thighs. All right.
Okay, so the
Not in a good way either. I have pain receptors in that.
so just to warn y'all,
Good.
this is my agenda as the MC. Make the sprawl dirty, high-tech, and excessive. Fill the characters' lives with action, intrigue, and complication. Engage the characters in the sprawl, and we play to find out what happens.
Throw everything in between that. Could you post that as a,
Oh yeah,
I guess like an objective marker?
throwing it into the Neon Lounge. For those
Make
of
a
you who are
picture
like
for that.
wondering what the Neon Lounge and the data pad are and stuff like that, I have a
That's
Discord.
where we are right now.
All right.
No, don't listen to it. Don't listen
Can I
to it.
ask a
Respect us,
question?
Hans. Go
Yeah.
ahead.
On the system. Getting paid as one of our moves.
Mhm.
Eddie's, yeah.
Can we all make that move, or does only one person? Make
Only
that move?
one person makes that move. The person handling like the handoff.
Gotcha.
Just like
Who do
only
we
one
want?
person makes the get the job move. The person who talked the most in the job.
So that would probably be
Scound.
Scout.
One can hope.
Because Stitch ain't sociable. He's a
Well,
bit weird.
we will see how it plays out.
Right.
And I mean, whoever rolls, it's not stat based. It's based on unfilled segments of the legwork clock.
That's true.
Mhm.
So
That's
it doesn't
true.
really have to be someone that matches a stat. It would be
And
whoever
actually-
matches the narrative.
And get the job is based on edge instead of style.
Yep, yep, yep.
Built for support, healing, and cybernetics. If you need me to do that, I can do that. I can't talk worth a damn.
All right. So, while y'all have moves, I have moves as well. The MC gets to make a move when the players misses a move, when the players are waiting passively for something to happen, and for when the fiction demands it. There are some generic moves for everything, but I'm also coming up with specific moves for the corpse. But these are the Game Master's moves. Show them the barrel of the gun, make their lives complicated now, put someone in a spot, inflict harm, use up their resources, offer an opportunity with or without a cost, tell them the requirements or consequences and ask, and use corporation, mission, or threat move. And I will go ahead and tell you right now, Ginomura has 2 corp moves that are specific to them. Deploy biodrones and deploy vector agent.
Is
Nasty.
that like the FEV?
What was that question?
You said they had a vector agent. Is that like an FEV virus? Like,
Play to find out.
fair enough.
Bad.
When's the
Is
next
that
game?
the one that made the Super Mutants?
Yes.
Yeah, that's
uh,
what kicked in my mind.
okay, so let's see. So
Okay. I was thinking the right thing. Nice. Go me.
Sunday, next time we play is the 16th. That's my birthday. My
Yay.
parents are coming up to see us, so it may be a truncated session. I don't know. I haven't gotten like a time date for their arrival yet.
Okay, that is also Father's Day.
Yeah.
Shit, I gotta get presents for people.
I am not entirely certain of my availability because it's Father's Day.
Okay.
It
I'll-
is
So
early
have
in the
to see.
morning.
My family makes a big thing out of the holidays.
So I didn't want to schedule things just yet because I know things are going on. So
You got a game next Sunday, right? Though.
next Sunday I have at the very least a single game that I'm running up at the Dungeons.
Yeah.
Very cool.
For those of you who do not know, the Dungeons is RPG Dungeons in Dallas, where I run games periodically as a professional game master. Remember, you can call yourself a
Because you're
professional as
cool.
long as you have been paid to do something.
I really hope this stays as a recording. That's
And
gonna be
if
on
you've been
YouTube.
doing it for at least, and if you've done something at least 10,000 hours, you are also a master at it.
If that's
If
the
you
case, I
believe
should
in
be
Malcolm
good at doing
Gladwell.
recovering.
I don't know. I think you underestimate my ability to stink at things.
Yeah, no, I feel it.
No, I definitely.
You underestimate the bard.
I've been playing and running role playing games since I was 8, and I don't think I'm good at it.
You're great. Shush you.
I
are
s-
awesome at this.
okay. I still have the note from when you made me legitimately doubt reality for a second during the Ravnica campaign.
I told
What did
Crystal
he
about
do?
this.
What do you? I want to hear this. I want to hear
Okay,
the story,
Meryl, do you want to, or do you want me to?
You tell it if you wanna.
All right,
'cause
so-
you did it.
In preparation for
God damn it.
the Ravnica campaign, Second Sight Agency, Meryl's character was playing a covert operative spy. I contacted Meryl's SO and had them write a note for me and hide it at Meryl's desk.
Under the game system.
Yep. So
Gotcha.
we're midway through a session, and I don't remember exactly what you said, but it was something along the lines of, "Okay, now you should look under the thing
Under your
and
keyboard.
you'll see it." Yeah,
Look
and you'll see a
under
note,
the
and I'm like,
And
"What?"
I remember a little bit more of this because you were actually in game at that tailor, who is pretending to be Orzov, but he's also associated with Demir.
Right.
And you had passed him a book of research notes from the Simic job, and he passed you back with a note in a regular book, and that's when Gyrno said to go look under the game station.
Yeah, and it was just a physically written out note, and I'm like, "When did he do this? What the? Huh?"
He premeditated it.
It just legit made me doubt reality for a second. It's like, wait, what do you mean? Like, after the fact, I realized, oh yeah, he did it with the husband's help, but like, he's in Texas. How is he going to? How did he write a note from Texas?
Yeah, that's
So,
above and beyond.
to make it more fun, there's an ongoing joke in my servers that I know where everyone lives. Just because it entertained me for a while, and so it added extra credence to the whole, like, I was there.
Just a bit, yeah.
I'm in your closet, Merle. I'm imagining, like, somebody just goes to sleep and Gyarados has the magical ability to step into a closet and come out into somebody else's closet. It's scary.
And there was like this moment where Gyrnos was like, go look under the game system. And you were like, I'm in a tailor shop. What games are there?
And then I was like, no, Meryl, go and look under your game
The
system.
actual physical PlayStation, yeah.
I mean,
Jeebers.
I also really enjoyed and I am never going to forgive myself for messing up the recording when with like one of the final Second Sight Agency one shots was Anna, you're no longer possessed.
Yeah.
I mean, we have my audio at least.
Yeah.
That was because you'd been dropping hints and I'd been kind of picking up on them, but not enough to like it. There was just enough hinting that it's like, okay, something's up, something's up, something's up, and then it's like, wait a minute, no, no, wait a minute, and like in my opinion, the perfect reveal is the one where they figure it out approximately 30 seconds before you tell them. Like, just because you've led them to that inexorable conclusion, that's exactly what happened with Anna. It was like, and they're like, you don't give them a chance to even react to the knowledge. You just let them arrive at it, and then, bam. And yeah, that was good. That was very, very well done.
For context, for those of you who did not watch Second Sight Agency, Zizova's character Ingrid was actually Anna and was possessed by a spirit for the whole, what was it, 2.5 year campaign?
Yeah, we were at nearly 3 before the thing. So, but there started to be enough hints that I was like, I wonder that they were a merged personality that I'd already been like, I wonder how this person versus this person would have reacted to things. So luckily when that happened, I was kind of able to roll with it and switch up characters. Um, just because enough of the hints, I mean, Anna told me, and I was asleep, and Anna and Aaron spoiled it for me. So
Uh,
it was very much like in the guild where the character talks when he gets stressed. Anna visited and told me.
and Tux isn't here, but I had a lot of fun with the. Oh, by the way, Tux, all your memories have been living on in your dog.
Yeah.
And I mean, that's one of the ones I was dropping a lot of hints on.
Yeah, that one I did, I believe, miss at least some of the lead up to.
We knew
okay.
Kay was weird.
We knew Kay was weird. We knew something was up with him, but I don't think I ever realized exactly what it was. But yeah.
And I had stuff planned for like Briar Garden. We did get to the major, like everyone's is like a reincarnation of these people from a Spelljammer ship, and Buttons was like the actual intelligence in the Spelljammer ship.
Yeah, which oh my god. I just picture me shaking my fist at you over that. Like, dang it.
I knew you would like it.
You bury
So-
the platypus.
Yeah, it's when she started you know.
Crystallizing.
Yes, it's like, oh my god, no. But it was good. It was very good.
It was honestly, I would love to try and get back to Briar Garden at some point. It's basically impossible to pick up the storyline that I had scripted out. We lost Vesner and Zephyrina, and there was so much of a rewrite from when the relationship with the other player imploded that it was difficult to get stuff together moving forward. But honestly, it has been I've mentioned I run games at RPG Dungeons, and one of the games is based in Sigil, but one of the characters is playing a daughter of the forest from the Scars folk in Audra. If y'all remember the whatever what the term is, I can't remember. The deer centaur girls.
Say fawns.
Fawns works well enough.
I mean, there's also a satyr, so. But yeah, it's one of the like they have a specific name. I can't remember it and I can't find it, or I am not looking for it right now because I'm reminiscing and being all like, "Oh, I miss Audra," and like Did y'all ever get the big reveal about the queen?
I'm not sure about that.
I don't think we did.
I know I was hinting about it with the princess. I don't think y'all got that far. It's fine. It's something I can use later then.
Alright.
Okay. It is well past when we would normally stop. The fact that no one has had to run is a really good sign. Maybe we can do this for a little bit longer then. And like when we start doing the actual game. I'm teasing, Meryl. I know you have stuff you have to do.
It's also there's a limit. I'm good now. We are approaching the limits at which my brain ceases functioning. I cannot play for too long without doing something else.
No, that's fine. Half of us have ADHD, and the other half of us have other manic or whatever energy. Sometimes you're fine.
Yeah.
All right. So let's see. Inflicting harm. Harm can be inflicted as a result of basic or playbook moves or by MC moves. If a move says harm is inflicted as established by the fiction, consider the fictional source of the harm in the scene and the action described to inflict the harm. This section discusses harm by weapons. Harm is usually inflicted by the use of weapons. Weapons have a harm rating comprising of a number, which tells you how much harm or what kind of harm the weapon inflicts. We have to occasionally do TTRPG stuff, otherwise we get looked at askance for being in the TTRPG setup.
Sure.
The number indicates how many segments on the harm clock are filled when the weapon hits.
I'm going to say the best role-playing game is the one where you don't actually roll any dice for an entire session. Alright?
So let's see. Harm 0, scratches and bruises, run it off. Harm 1, relatively minor injuries, serious bruising, minor cuts and sprains, temporary loss of breath. They may hurt, but they probably won't require medical attention. Harm 2, these injuries require first aid. Skin has probably been broken. If not, bones are bruised or damaged. The fact that bones can get bruised was something new to me.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it's a thing. It's not fun.
It sucks. It hurts.
Yeah.
It's better than a broken bone, but it's not fun.
Yeah. Harm 3, serious injuries, major cuts, bullet wounds, and bone breaks. Normal people would be in shock and waiting for EMTs. Hardened veterans will keep going. Harm 4, these injuries require hospitalization. And then Harm 5, the kind of injuries that only the lucky or exceptional survive.
Okay, I gotta go.
No, you don't.
I gotta... Okay, either I gotta go or y'all are gonna have to pay for some real upholstery on the couch.
Okay, go. We're well past time. I'm actually starting to get hungry and headachy. And
Yes,
the longer this goes, the more I have to edit the video.
You.
I had like 2 biscuits with sausage and bacon and cheese, but that was hours ago.
All right. Take care, y'all. Have a good one.
No, I refuse.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Hey
Bye,
everyone. Thanks for tuning into the Sprawl Neon Dreams on the bonus roll. We will be picking this up again hopefully next week. If not, then a little bit after that. Follow us on X/Twitter, whatever Elon's delusional mind is calling it right now, at bonus roll for heads ups on when we are going live and our planned streams. You can also follow us here on Twitch and on YouTube. I don't think we have... Hold on, I'll have to check the YouTube to see if it's like bonus roll finally or not. But just search YouTube for the bonus roll to find our library of previous streams. And hopefully this one. The bonus roll supports authors, artists, and musicians whenever possible. If you want to donate or are interested in a Patreon to support us in some way, reach out, let us know, and we can figure out some way to get that up and running again. Have a happy Pride Month, everyone.
Happy
Happy
Pride!
Throw a brick. What?
Yeah. Milkshakes and
Bottles
bricks.
cops.
Oh,
we all hate cops.
Meryl, would Tailsteak be interested in doing like sticker designs, do you think?
Probably.
I'm kind of
Worth
thinking
reaching
it.
out to 'em.
Okay, yeah. All right. I'll talk with you later. I have an idea for a project now.
Yay!
All right. Walk in peace and find something that you love and hold on to it. Be well, everyone.
All right.
Well,
Take care, y'all.